Glanderson Booper.
Glanderson Booper.
Glanderson Booper.
Oh, you see that?
Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper is coming to Yorkshire. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson
Are using this whole conscious calling black women queens and shit, and then the next thing you know, it's about them getting a couple damn dollars and then fucking a bunch of damn chicks. Now, let me ask you, people who are this conscious
Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper.
Oh, you see that? I know.
Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper is coming to Yorkshire. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper.
Warning. The Drunken Peasants podcast is full of comedic exaggerations, independent thought, insensitivity, and other offensive content. We strongly urge all viewers and listeners to keep their brains in their skulls throughout the entire duration of this podcast. Failure to do so will result in immediate death. If you wish to support this podcast, there are several ways to do so. First, you can sign up for a free audiobook trial at audibletrial.com/drunkenpeasants. Audible is the foremost seller of audiobooks today with hundreds of thousands of titles to satisfy all manner of tastes. Second, if you shop on Amazon.com, please use the Amazon affiliate links in the description section of this video. Every purchase you make helps to support this podcast's existence. Third, please peruse our merchandise and see if any of it strikes your fancy. We sell a lot of t-shirts, so we must be doing something right. One more thing before I go. To make an official submission to the Drunken Peasants, whether it be a video for one of our segments, or fan art, or a picture of you wearing one of our shirts, or anything you think we might want to use on the show, that stuff needs to be sent to the Drunken Peasants Facebook inbox. Please do not send correspondence, as this will be deleted unread. With all that shit out of the way, it's time to begin the show.
Live from the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Hey man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist?
It's okay.
You're nothing, KJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be light.
You're garbage.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hello. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants podcast, episode 301.
I can't hear you, Ben.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't hear you, dude.
Yeah, I'm there though.
Ben,
I'm
Ben,
there.
Ben.
It's
Man, you're a piece of shit.
It's the channel. It's fucked
What
up.
are you,
I had to twist the knob a little bit.
Oh, you're good at twisting the knobs, though, Ben.
I am.
You're Blanderson Booper, Paul.
I blame that mixer, dude. That mixer is
fucking bland, Paul.
Is that Gimp Monk X here tonight with us?
No.
Yeah, I lost some weight.
That was fast. What's your secret?
It changed my voice, too.
You know,
I sound more like TJ now.
One comment that I saw a lot from episode 300 was the contrast between Repzion's body and then the two massive bodies on each side of him.
Yeah, you had a twink between two bears, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a pretty funny sight, pretty funny night altogether, I think.
You know what though? There's been a misconception that I was there for the 300th episode. That wasn't me.
No,
that was Drunk Ben.
That was Neb.
No, that was Drunk Ben.
Drunk Ben. He actually has his own following out there.
Drunk Ben.
It's not me. I would never behave that way.
Sober
I
Ben.
believe you.
Well, sober-ish Ben.
What is the shut up, TJ? What is the capital? What?
You know what? That's a good impersonation of him.
It is. I know Drunk Ben well. I've had many a conversation with Drunk Ben.
Drunk Ben is a strange cat.
He is. He's a cool guy.
He actually wanders the world just challenging people to fight.
Yep.
Drunk Ben really is.
In a happy way.
Yeah, he's the yin and the yang. He's all about the love and he wants to fight you at the same time. So it's like you just got to find that middle ground, with
you got to
Ben.
find the balance. The balance.
I heard that night Drunk Ben was kicking TJ in the shins a bunch of times.
I saw that.
And then when Drunk Ben challenged TJ to a fight, TJ said, "You're drunk now, Ben. Let's decide when you're sober if you really want to do it." And Drunk Ben was like, "You got a good point there," and walked away.
Yeah, I had my own way of. I had my own way.
Got him away from me.
I had my own way of deflecting Drunk Ben. Drunk Ben walked up to me at one point and he was like, "Paul, how do you think a guy my size take down a guy like you?" And I was like, "Ben, I don't even want to think about it, Ben, because I fucking love you. I don't want to fight you. All I want to do is hug you." And Ben looked at me for a second and went,
"Not Ben, Drunk Ben."
Drunk Ben.
Not me.
Hugged me,
Yeah,
and that
Ben
was
wasn't
it.
there,
and then we were cool,
Ben was at home. He sent Drunk Ben in his.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about. It's hard because it's two Bens. You know what I mean? I know you hear Ben.
They're easy
Ben.
to get confused.
Yeah, it is. But Drunk Ben, of course.
This is my new voice. This is how I talk now.
Wow, Get Monk. Get Monk, your voice sounds a lot better now that you've lost a few pounds. Yeah.
I agree. Oh no, man. Call me Snake.
Every time it was Pimp Monk's time to speak,
I'm sick.
Drunk Ben had to boost the volume really high.
All right, Ben.
That's like Pimp Monk, like he's so fucking like soft spoken for a big dude.
I'm from Mississippi.
Yeah, Mississippi.
I'm from Mississippi. Get it right. I'm from Mississippi.
I'm from Mississippi. Oh, goodness gracious me.
Mississippi.
Here you go, TJ.
Hold on.
Quit fucking around with your
stupid
equipment.
Goddamn fucking head.
Everyone else is just fucking
properly.
sitting here quietly.
Ben,
TJ.
Sitting there.
Sitting there. You said sitting there, Scotty. You're Brett Keane.
Yeah, I am.
You're Brett Keane.
I reveal on this podcast I am in fact Brett Keane.
Oh, you're a piece of fucking degenerate.
What
Fucking goddamn dog
trip?
shit is what you are.
What happened with the RV trip? What happened with RV not productive, dude? Wasn't the scam you were going to go around the country and do not productive? You're going to each city where you're going to set up a new not productive like franchise or something?
Not productive was the name of my brand of snake oil that I was going to sell to the masses.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, I think you did.
That is true.
She lives in a big house, drives a big, fancy, edgy car.
Yep. A Ford Edge.
In my Edge City with my Ford Edge and my Samsung Galaxy Edge.
You are the edgiest person I know, TJ.
Yeah, Paul.
If something is named Edge, do you just buy it?
You know what, Paul? You shouldn't be laughing because you tasted the edge.
Which edge? Oh, the edge of your fucking whip?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Huh.
It hurt.
Was I not brutal, Paul?
I will tell everybody here this, okay? There was one point at the night where I genuinely considered yelling red.
Whoa.
And it is not, and it was towards the end of the show, all right? And it's not because TJ hit harder than Mistress Gin hit. She hit every bit as hard as he hit, and sometimes more. The difference is that, okay, so I got 10 lashes and TJ steps in, right? And I part of me wanted to fight it at that point and go, no, that ain't what we fucking agreed to. But I just was like, you know what? TJ wants this. It's going to be funny for the fucking show. Let's just let it happen. So I bent over to take my 10 from TJ, and he hits me 5 times really hard in the same spot, right? And by that time, your ass is fucking on fire. And all I could think in my head was, okay, now he's going to switch cheeks or switch positions like Jen had been doing. And he didn't. That 6th one landed in the same spot. And there was a piece of my mind that went immediately, say red, because he's going to hit you fucking, and then 7 landed. And I was like, I didn't do it, but I was that fucking close, dude.
Wow.
I took the 10 in that same spot. So for those of you out there that don't think what happened, on 300 was brutal, people said that it didn't go far enough or whatever. Like, yeah, there was no blood drawn. I'm not going to tell you my ass bled, but it probably would have with a little more effort. My ass is like hamburger meat right now. It hurts like a fuck. I can't sleep at night.
Are you saying you have Asperger's disease?
Yes, I have a horrifying case of the Asperger's.
The ass burners.
Ass burners.
Well, you have 4,200 reasons why you did it.
Yeah, I mean, that does, when I'm riding around, and I'm bouncing, and it's like, oh, man, my ass hurts. That fat stack of fucking $100 bills sure does cushion the pain.
Not for poor Repsion and Pimp Monk, though.
No.
Poor guys.
They go home pretty much empty-handed.
I mean, Pimp Monk at least does have a $100 bill to drape across his ass. Because he did snort that pepper.
Snort that pepper, best decision of my life.
Which, let's not go into too much to that, because that's going to come a little later. I got a little combo story for everybody.
All right.
Paul's going to do a little story time.
A little story time with Paul.
Little story time with Paul. It's going to be a great time, you guys. All right. I don't know what that was for.
Please don't do that again.
Wanted to remind everyone, holiday shopping season is coming up. Visit our Amazon links below to support the show. Do your holiday shopping on Amazon directly through our link. There's no extra charge. It just supports the show.
It's an awesome way to support us, too. So thank you guys for, like, those of you out there that don't have a lot of money, and, I know the holidays can be strapped, but you are going to be doing a lot of shopping. You want to help us out. Use that link. It's the same Amazon that you're used to, and the only difference is everything costs the same. The only difference is we get a little piece because we sent you to Amazon.
Oh, yeah. And for the people who are saying the contest was rigged, it was rigged in one way. It was rigged in the sense that we put Paul up against two people who are retarded.
I honestly had no idea that I was going to go so far ahead so quickly on the fucking trip.
Dude, we
wrote questions.
Like the Bible category was like, okay,
Daniel.
yeah,
Look,
Repsion's got the Bible, dude.
I'm going to be dead honest with you.
He didn't get shit in the Bible.
And I don't mean to be mean.
Only got one.
To Daniel. This is not like a dig on Daniel, but I don't.
It should be.
I don't watch him very often, but what I do, I follow him on Twitter, and I see he does a lot of streaming. So I knew video games. Like when I picked that category, I was like, okay, Daniel might steal a couple of these. He didn't even know one. I think Pimp Monk took one in that category. So I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then Star Trek, like, once again, I had a conversation downstairs with Daniel. We were all kind of laughing about how none of us is trivia wizards. And I was like, yeah, man. He was like, sci-fi, though. Daniel was like, sci-fi? I know everything about sci-fi.
Except for Star Trek.
Bullshit.
So Star Trek comes up, and I think I'm going to drop a bunch of points to Daniel on Star Trek. He didn't know shit. It was like, what?
Yeah, he's a Star Wars fan.
Pimp Monk, on the other hand.
You know what? I know Star Wars shit, too.
Pimp Monk, on the other hand, a respectable 2,300 points or something like that towards the end of the night.
Yeah.
Respectable. So I was thinking that I was going to beat Pimp Monk on trivia and beat Daniel on pain, and I guess I was right on both. But I didn't think Pimp Monk was going to put up that big of a fight.
Yeah, and I didn't think Daniel was going to put up such a meager one.
Yeah, I thought Daniel was going to be the one that was going to be the one to beat for both me and Pimp Monk.
Nope.
Didn't work out that way, though.
So yeah, I mean, in that sense, I mean, you outclassed your opponents.
Well, I had a strategy going in because I looked at the rules and I realized that if I could get out to a gaping fucking lead early and then eat a bunch of punishments, I could basically block anybody from catching up.
Well, apparently, those of us in the Drunken Peasants that did not participate directly in the game, apparently we're shit because we didn't hire a professional cameraman and crew, and
we're sorry that the internet's first ever live S&M game show wasn't as professionally shot as other YouTube S&M game shows that you've seen in the past.
Sorry, we don't have a big warehouse studio to shoot in like Jeopardy or some shit.
Yeah.
You can always give more to our Patreon.
Yeah, I mean, you want to see us in a fucking big Hollywood studio? Patreon.
Yeah, start paying us enough money to hire a fucking cast and crew and shit. We'll make some crazy shit, I promise.
Until then,
shut the fuck up.
Pretty fucking badass show.
Until then, it's going to be shot on webcams.
But of course, we're sitting here talking to 200 fucking whiners out of like 9,000 something people give this a show a thumbs up, and 200 people gave it a thumbs down.
That is true. Thank you,
those
guys.
Motherfuckers are the loudest pieces of shit because they're like,
That was our second highest viewed live show.
How many concurrent viewers, Ben?
It was like 8,200.
Fucking A. So thank you guys for coming out in big droves to support 300, and thank all of you that kind of almost uniformly loved the show because it was fun to do despite the ass beating I took.
Rigged for Paul. Rigged.
Nope, everyone had a chance. Well, we took pains to make sure that no one saw the questions in advance. We took pains to select categories for each person.
All I can say is
Repsion bombed each one of his fucking categories. It's not our fault. And Paul got categories like world history. Paul's not a world history fucking buff.
I didn't even know the questions in advance.
And geography, honestly, and I'll tell him this, and then I'll, whatever. But like, I know Cairo is the fucking capital of Egypt. You guys forget. I'm sitting there with nipple clamps on my nipples that are already on fire because I've had clothespins on them for the previous 40 minutes. I couldn't, my brain wouldn't work. Canada, like I was telling you guys earlier, fucking like, I know the capital of Canada is Ottawa. Okay, but my brain was like Toronto, and I was like, no, that's not it. It's something else. Oh, was it Toronto? No, it's not Toronto, brain. I'm in pain. I'm marinating in anguish. That's a factor in this game that people don't take into account.
It's true.
Getting your ass beat is not exactly conducive to being able to like access your brain correctly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you have to put yourself in the position. If you get this question wrong, you're facing some kind of fucking physical punishment. So it's not just like you got it wrong and nothing happens to you. You have to. That's in the back of Paul's mind. So he's already scared. Like shit, I'm at 2 more minutes of flogging. He doesn't know what is going to happen either. I mean, it's to spin the wheel. He doesn't know.
Yeah. What is this? DP subreddit is full of complete faggots. That is correct.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
Good call, chat. Good call. Repsion is a fucking retard.
With trivia, at least he is.
At least in terms of trivia, he is, yes.
If there would have been a Star Wars category, he would have excelled in that. If there would have been...
Maybe.
Deadpool.
I think
I'm not
so.
even convinced. He seems
there
like...
was a Deadpool category.
Okay. I mean, like... I've tested this theory many times. Obviously, it's not true 100% of the time, but I found that people that prefer Star Wars over Star Trek are hardly Star Trek fans, if at all. And I find that most people who prefer Star Trek still like Star Wars probably even almost as much as Star Trek. Almost.
Maybe. Because that does hold true for me. I'm a Star Wars fan, and I kind of like Star Trek, but I know a lot about Star Wars. I know shit outside of the movies. You know what I mean? Because I'm a big enough fan. So I think I would have given Daniel a run for his money on Star Wars trivia, especially now knowing his knowledge level on other things.
Yeah, dude. Move your mic, TJ. No, it's not happening.
Move it. Why? Oh,
because they don't like
they don't like the pop filter, but it actually
they don't like
helps.
the pop filter, but it makes my voice sound better, and I care more about that than you being able to see my fucking mouth.
Yeah.
So I'm doing this, and this is my new thing. They all wear sunglasses. I mean, Paul usually does. He's not today.
It's kind of weird. You're not showing your mouth anymore. You got any teeth problems going on, TJ?
Oh, shit.
My dad rose up from the grave. Our dad.
Punched all your teeth out?
And,
punched all your teeth out?
Damn.
I fucking opened up the door, and there he is, all zombified and shit. I'm like, Dad, you're back. And he's like, just whap, right in the fucking mouth.
All of your molars, too?
Every single fucking tooth.
So he finally got you back for that time when you punched him? Didn't you, like, sucker punch your dad one time or something?
Well, kind of.
Dude, he Brett Keane seniored you? Really? He knocked every tooth out of your mouth with one thunderous punch?
One giant thunderous, super powerful zombie punch.
Oh, my God.
And every single last tooth in my mouth was knocked out.
Even the back teeth?
Yes.
Even Brett said that didn't happen to him.
My wisdom teeth grew back and were knocked out. That's how fucking thorough it was. It was fucking insane.
That's crazy.
Wow, what a punch. What a thunderous fucking punch.
But luckily, I got these crooked dentures.
Oh, you got the special Keen...
I got the special yellow crooked dentures.
Guys, the part of the show at the beginning where you guys just talk sucks. It's not like the old episodes where you guys used to play videos. Please play videos. Don't talk so much at the beginning.
Hey, guys, want to just play note videos during this episode and just talk the entire
that'd be cool. I'm down if you guys are down.
Yeah, you want to just do that?
Yeah.
What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, sure.
You want to just do the all-talk episode?
Yeah.
We just leave the fucking screen black.
All talking all the time.
Don't fucking play a single goddamn
I don't think we should limit ourselves.
Video clip.
I don't think we should limit ourselves if we want to go to a video, but like we're talking about shit right now. So why, you know what I mean? Like let's do one show where it's like, yeah, if we want to go to a video, we cut to a fucking video, but that's what I'm throwing out there.
You're a piece of shit, Paul.
Fuck you, TJ.
Well, now that Paul said, I'm kind of against it.
Yeah, and when Paul says it, it kind of makes you feel like, that's gross.
Let's
play
not
a video.
do that.
Yeah, get a video rolling, man.
All right, yeah, let's go.
I need a video.
I feel disgusted.
I feel disgusted that I ever agreed with Paul. It sickens me to my core.
Globalism, TJ. Globalism.
News. chopper.
The chopper.
Come on. What are you doing? Get to the chopper. Get to the chopper, Scotty. Go.
I'm trying to get there, man.
I'll be right behind you.
Get to the chopper. That's my Arnold impression.
Get to the chopper.
A chopper.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
All right, first story, Trump Foundation admits violations.
Well, what's new is the Trump Foundation, Donald Trump, is now admitting to something that for a long time they told the IRS they had never done, which is, as you said, take money that was in the charity that was meant for charitable purposes, serving the public good, and spending it to benefit Trump or to benefit one of his family members or one of his business.
Now it's too late. You know, I mean, in a way, Trump is really brilliant. Not going to release any tax information. He gets elected. Oh, here you go. I mean, because the results, they're solidified. That's it. Trump is going to become president. We all know it. So now all Trump's dirty laundry can be aired. I mean, just like how Trump has changed so many positions now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, does he want to get reelected? A first-term president should consider that.
Do you think anyone's going to remember this 4 years from now?
I will.
Nope.
Yeah, you may.
Maybe you will. Most people are. You probably won't even remember it because there'll probably be a bunch more crazy shit between now and then.
Oh, we'll see.
Probably.
We'll see.
And well, what was the penalty, and how can we substantiate as reporters that this matters?
Well, the penalty we don't know yet. There's a separate IRS form that we haven't gotten a copy of yet, in which Trump will lay out all the specific instances that he broke this law, and he will describe the penalty taxes or reimbursements he will have paid. I don't know that yet. I've asked for it, but haven't gotten it. And you asked why it matters. I mean, this is a guy who's about to be
no one cares about this shit. Move on.
All the laws of the country. It's important to know he's been running a federally certified charity for a long time. Has he been following the rather simple laws of how to run a charity? Well, the biggest thing that the Trump Foundation did during the campaign was, you recall back in January, Trump had this big...
The Clinton Foundation, I mean, has done this shit on a much more massive level than Trump bought like a painting and shit. There's reason to believe that, like, the Clintons have just been living off this fucking money from the Clinton Foundation.
No, we haven't. Haven't been living off of it at all.
You just gotta love Trump. Trump really, to me, like, he just like runs himself just like how banks run themselves in America. It's like he will never admit fault, but then he just settles. It's like, okay, we'll give you a bunch of money, and then you'll go away, right? Because that's the thing that really matters in America. It's like, oh, if you're rich, just pay a tax for your bad deeds. I mean, look how many, dude. Every time you hear about a banking scandal, it's the same thing. We're gonna fine this bank a bunch of money. It's like, well, how much money did they make off of it? Well, they made more. So you're fining them less than they made to break the laws. Like, yeah.
Gee, I wonder why. Yeah. I wonder why it's not an effective deterrent.
For veterans in Iowa, and she said he raised $6 million. A lot of that money went into the Trump Foundation, and then Donald Trump gave it out to people. So this is money from other people. Trump would go on the road at his campaign rallies and stop the rally, and then bring up a local veterans group from Iowa or New Hampshire and give them a giant, oversized Ed McMahon-style check that said Donald J. Trump Foundation on the top and Make America Great Again on the bottom.
So Trump was out there buying votes, basically.
Not a surprise.
And he did a good job of it, basically, is what we're saying. Probably better than Hillary could have done.
All right.
Bottom. Now, it's illegal to mix a nonprofit's work with that of a presidential campaign. Trump obviously used the Donald Trump Foundation, again, other people's money, to boost his image in Iowa, New Hampshire, and other places. That's another example of something we might see the IRS or the New York AG take a look into later on.
Doesn't really matter. Trump got away with it, so...
Yeah, it's just like... Oh, a new administration, let's dredge up every fucking scandal we can.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, the reality is no one cares about this, especially when
Trump did a better
Clinton
fucking
did so
job.
much worse.
Yeah, Trump did a better fucking job winning over small-town voters than Hillary did. Surprise, surprise. They both did the same shit, guaranteed.
Here's a Fox News video reporting on how some Democrats are still refusing to accept the results of the election, which I believe, but hopefully that number's dwindling because there's nothing you can do about it.
We are now 2 weeks past the election, but there are many people out there who have not given up on seeing Hillary Clinton in the White House. It has to do with the folks who have the real final say on who gets to be president. Senior political correspondent Mike Emanuel explains tonight from the White House.
Many Democrats are having difficulty letting go after Election Day, even though Hillary Clinton conceded the race.
We must accept this result and then look to the future. Donald Trump is going to be our president.
Clinton supporters note she won the popular vote and she earned 232 electoral votes. Some suggest if Democrats could win over 38 more, Clinton could still be the 45th president. They point to the fact only 25 states and the District of Columbia require their electors to back the winner of the state's popular vote. Today, Jill Stein of the Green...
bullshit, dude. Sorry, Democrats, you lost the fucking election.
I mean...
You salty fucking assholes. They did the same shit to fucking Obama.
Yeah.
The Republicans
this always happens now, every time.
He doesn't have to be president because we don't have to... It's just the salty... Like, why are you doing the same shit you mocked and ridiculed 8 years ago?
Because now it benefits them, possibly. But you know what? I mean, in all honesty, as salty and bullshit as this is, would it not be fucking hilarious?
What if they denied the Trump presidency or delayed it?
Psych, it's Hillary Clinton after all.
That would be.
And then the Trump people are like, what?
I think there would be riots in the streets at that point.
That would be fucking hilarious.
I think there would be anarchy, dude.
It's never going to happen.
I think Pepe,
it would be
I think PP the Frog himself would show up and destroy the United States.
Giant Pepe rises from the fucking ocean.
This at this point is just a fucking liberal fantasy where, you know, these people go, we got to buck this and we're going to put Hillary in office. They're not going to do it. I mean,
would I have to give Scotty back the $1,000 at that point?
Yeah.
I'd have to bend down on my knee so you were right, Scotty. She
with
rigged
interest.
The system to where even when Trump wins, she wins.
On second thought, maybe that should happen.
Scotty's like, I support this movement.
The Party called for recounts in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest told Democrats yesterday it is time to move on.
The election's over. The debate about the consequences of that election has been resolved. And the president is following the will of the American people and fulfilling his institutional responsibility.
In fact, Earnest confirmed the president and president-elect have spoken by phone since their Oval Office meeting. Yet retiring California Senator Barbara Boxer and New York Congressman Charles Rangel have both proposed legislation to scrap the Electoral College system.
Can we dump Barbara Boxer, please, California? California, can I have a talk with you real quick? Can you please bury this mummy under fucking 1 billion miles of concrete so we never have to see this horrifying wolf in sheep's clothing bitch ever again, please? Thank you. I'm sorry.
A small plea to the voters of
Democratic leader Harry Reid has called for hearings looking into the Electoral College.
It's unusual in such a short period of time in this young century.
He looks like one of the fucking Muppets that sits in the balcony at the Muppet Show or something.
I want him to sit next to Mitch McConnell. Turtle and this guy.
Yeah.
Dude would be the
Holy
best
shit.
duo ever. I want
McConnell
Reid legislation.
Put him in that fly teleporter, dude.
We've already had two elections where the loser
So let me get McDonald's, dude.
got more votes than the winner. So I think it's something we should look at.
Is Tommy live? Can we go? Never mind.
Nick Reed.
Ohio Democrat Congressman and Fox News contributor says party leaders ought to blame themselves.
I think the Democratic Party lost its bearings years ago when it started to take money from corporations, corporate interests.
Last week, Clinton called on her supporters to fight for their values.
I ask you to stay engaged. Stay engaged on every level. We need you.
I want to talk. It's my turn now. I saw a poll recently that the majority of Americans want Hillary Clinton to retire from public life. Yes. Please do that. No one ever wants to see or hear you again. The whole reason that you probably lost the election is just because most people were like, her policies are maybe more in line with my beliefs, but on the other hand, I don't feel like looking at that bitch for another fucking 4 to 8 years. So, Trump.
She's valuable giving speeches to corporations, though.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they want to see and hear her, TJ.
Yeah.
Let them then. But out of the public eye,
They can
please.
sit there and pay
Private dinners.
$250,000 to torture themselves with her shrill, horrible voice. And look at her cold, dark, reptilian eyes. As she fucking
right here,
calculatingly appraises
she's trying to
the
hold back her
room.
transformation, dude. She's like,
Can't certain reptiles see through their eyelids? Don't they have like clear eyelids?
They have two eyelids.
So she's still looking. She's still looking at us right
like
now.
a membrane that just.
Did you know that a little fact about Hillary Clinton? Hillary can actually see through the eyes of any even portrayal of herself. So when we watch her, she is looking back at us.
Wow.
Such is her power.
That's pretty crazy.
Damn, dude.
America needs you, your energy, your ambition, your talent. That's how we get through this.
The White House view is come January 20th, there will be a new president, and a key responsibility in the remaining days is making sure Mr. Trump and his team are ready to assume power. Doug?
Mike Emanuel on the North Lawn. Thank you, Mike.
Sure.
You're fired.
You're fired, Mike Emanuel. Get out of here, you disgraceful human being.
Gotta love the Trump.
Out of my sight, you're fired.
All right, Donald Trump meets with the New York Times.
Sure, it was a love-in.
Yeah. I mean, like, I've never once read the New York Times. Like, I've been to the website and stuff.
Sure.
But the only reason I know so much about them is because the right loves to bash them.
Man, the fucking New York Times.
Fucking liberal
you know
New
what,
York
dude?
Times.
Honestly, the New York Times does get a bad rap, and I used to read it every day when I was a coffee shop guy.
Because they have a newsstand.
Yeah, because it was there, and I would just steal one and read it at my break. So, but yeah, it's good. But yeah, it has a heavy liberal slant.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Everything in it does.
Today, Donald Trump met face-to-face with one of his favorite targets, the New York Times. And the newspaper's reporters were live tweeting the highlights. To all of his supporters calling for Hillary Clinton to be jailed over her emails in the Clinton Foundation, Trump hinted he's leaning against pushing for any sort of prosecution.
That sounded like a promise you made during the debates.
Wrong.
I think you said, if I get elected, I will hire a prosecutor.
He's too busy making America great again. Hillary's
Man,
on death's
he's
door
busy.
anyway.
He's so full of shit.
Of course he is, dude. Ben, everyone
Let her
knew.
wither away.
Everyone knew Trump was a con artist. Everyone
saying
knew
it would
that.
be very, very divisive for the country. It's a reversal for Trump, who shattered presidential campaign norms by threatening to imprison his opponent repeatedly.
I am going to instruct my attorney.
Okay, but that's just like Trump bravado and shit as he's trying to fucking make his case for why he should be president.
This is Trump trying to win votes.
This is Trump being like, yeah, fuck that bitch. Of course, when he's actually in office, he doesn't have any interest in doing that. Why would he waste his time pissing off everyone trying to fucking imprison Hillary Clinton? It's literally a waste of his fucking time and effort. Damn, dude. Ben just eked by.
General, to get a special prosecutor to look into your situation, because there has never been so many lies, so much deception.
On his chief strategist, Steve Bannon, who's been accused of showcasing racist views on his Breitbart news site, Trump said it's very hard on Bannon. I think he's having a hard time with it because it's not him. And Trump even moderated his stance on global warming, which he once called a hoax, telling the Times, I think there is some connectivity between humans and climate change.
Dude, Trump, welcome to fucking whatever.
Dude, what a fucking con artist, man. China made it up on the campaign trail. Then he's here. It's like, oh, well, there might be some connectivity between those things.
There might be something.
China.
We're going to jail Hillary? Oh, well, look, I'm leaning towards no.
Uh-huh. I mean, this is the Steve Bannon shit. I mean, there's nothing there.
Look at all these ugly motherfuckers. I mean, like, God. McConnell and Trump together, just turtle. Yeah, you gotta be a rich motherfucker.
McConnell's face looks like something you'd carve into a pumpkin.
Yeah, I mean, he does look like a turtle.
Hello.
And they have Melania there. It's like
super hot, burning, bright hotness in the middle of all this weird.
Yeah, Trump is pretty gorgeous.
Yeah, look at that hair.
Duration getting closer, the president-elect has no shortage of flames to put out. From a new revelation in the Washington Post that the Trump Foundation admitted to the IRS.
Yeah.
Hottest first lady of all time.
Ever.
Yep.
I mean, Jackie O was gorgeous.
She was a different type of gorgeous.
She was.
It was a different era, too.
Yeah.
And it was a different, but now,
she
I mean,
wasn't,
let's be honest.
Yeah.
Melania.
Yes. Jackie was not a Slovenian lingerie
model.
Yeah.
Maybe Trump will dump her halfway through his term and he'll get Scarlett
Get a younger
Johansson to
one?
be his new wife or something.
Maybe he'll just change the law so he can marry his daughter and she'll become his new wife.
I would be okay with it. Seems like the president's
Of course
leading
you
by
would,
a
TJ.
shining example of perversion.
I wonder if like Martha Washington was super fucking smoking
Nope.
hot.
No, she was not.
Nope.
Are there like carvings of her and
portraits.
shit?
Carvings.
Carving.
What do you think they were fucking cavemen at that point or something?
Well, they're
They were
cave
chiseling
drawings.
They had paintings,
I meant
Paul.
like, you know what I mean?
They're
Like
cave
they-
drawings, Paul.
We
I meant
believe
like
this
the wood-
stick figure
Are
in this
they-
cave wall is
Did they use
Martha
a stick,
Washington.
a burning stick, to etch it into
I bet
the
she
wall
was.
of their cave?
I don't know, dude. I don't know how people lived back then. You're the ones pretending you knew how people lived back then.
I paid attention in
Dude, as
American
far as I knew, they
history
were all
class.
wearing like grass skirts and painting their bodies up and painting murals on walls
Are they
and shit.
Polynesian or what? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what these people were. I'm so far removed. That's my whole point. Like these fucking founding fathers. Everybody's like, I feel a personal connection to the founding fathers of this nation.
Maybe your connection would be stronger if you didn't think they walked around in grass skirts.
Yeah, maybe, but
painted themselves up like
honestly,
tribesmen.
if you look at the difference between their lives and mine, it's basically the same.
I mean,
okay.
I mean, like,
I know that they weren't in fucking grass skirts.
I
I'm
mean-
fucking around.
No.
Yeah, I know. I studied fucking U.S. history.
No.
I knew they had
No.
tricorn
I took
hats,
you literally.
and they rode on and Paul
Dude,
Revere rode on a
let's
fucking
give Paul
donkey or
a
some
US,
shit.
Let's give Paul a U.S. history quiz.
Yeah, do it. Pop quiz me right now, TJ, off the top of your head. Oh, Grandmaster of fucking U.S. history.
I think we've already got the results of the quiz. There's no need.
Do you want me to do it?
Go ahead, Ben. Go
okay.
ahead, Ben.
Name the original 13 colonies. Go.
Oh shit, that's not a history question. That's a geography question.
What?
I think it's both.
It's both.
Whatever. I'm not gonna do it. Pass.
Okay, you lose.
Oh,
That's the end of
damn,
the,
dude.
It's the end of the quiz.
This is why I didn't do it. It's just short.
Dude, yep, you just proved us right, Paul.
Massachusetts.
All right, 1.
Virginia.
2.
I'm not gonna be able to do this. I'm
All right.
sorry.
Thanks, Paul.
Massachusetts and Virginia. You failed, Paul.
I know those were
Wrong.
both there though.
Hold on. Who
Rhode Island.
Oh, yeah. I thought you already passed on this. I thought we were moving on.
Okay, all right.
Because you said you can get it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Do you remember the name of the person who designed the original American flag?
Betsy Ross.
Okay. Well, you got that
Thank you.
kindergarten question.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Let's see. Who was the third president of the United States?
That's a tougher one. George Washington was the first. The second was Thomas Jefferson. No, Thomas Jefferson was the third. Yep.
That's right.
Thomas Jefferson.
So
was the third.
wrong. All right, moving on. Paul knows nothing about American history.
I don't care. I'm ready to tear it all down and build something new anyway.
Paul's a futurist.
I don't spend time in the ashes of the past.
Okay, well then, when you tear it all down, you'll just create the same problems that you're trying to avoid.
Okay.
Because you won't have an understanding of how things got to how they are.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Joining me now with more, Governor Mike Huckabee, former presidential candidate and Fox News contributor, and Julie Roginski, Democratic strategist and Fox News contributor. So we're no longer going to prosecute Hillary Clinton. We're reversing our position on the climate change agreement. We are no longer going to torture or waterboard, which he said at virtually all these campaign stops and in many debates, Governor. Just like how many
Why are we even pointing this out? Let's just let him move on those issues to reasonableness without us being like, but you said you were going to be insane. It's like, no, just let him do it. What? Let's hold his feet to the fire and make sure he actually does all the crazy shit he said. How about you don't? Just a fucking thought.
campaign promises is that before he's even been sworn in?
Oh, I don't know. You know, and sometimes I'm not sure whether Donald Trump is humoring the New York Times, who has never been polite to him, never been fair or balanced with him in any way. We'll see. I mean, I think Donald Trump is doing a lot of things right now to, give some good optics, and I think we'll wait.
Look at his fucking disgusting hair.
Oh, God, Trump.
When Trump's hair is on the screen, I can't pay attention to anything
It is
else.
really strange. It is really strange. It's gonna be weird to see it morph too, because it's gonna have to change. These presidents, they look so much older when they get out of office. So if he does 8 years as president, can you imagine what that raccoon?
He's going to be almost 80 years old at that
Trump
point.
did say at one point that he's been doing his hair the same way his entire life, but he will change his hairstyle if he's president.
Really?
So I'd like to see if he actually does that.
Yeah, that's going to add that to the list of fucking things he said he was going to do
Yeah,
that he's
of
not going
course.
to do.
We'll see if he does. Someone needs to do something.
I love how they always bring Mike Huckabee on to suck people's dicks on fucking Fox. And he always has the
Mike Suckabee.
Yeah, dude, he really is. Like, they'll have him on just to defend any concern. Like, Donald Trump strangles baby. Well, you know that baby?
So, recently, Mike Huckabee, Donald Trump said that Mike Huckabee is a fucking faggot. How do you
know
react
what?
to that?
I do suck dick.
Yeah, I do like to suck
in
the
his
dick.
defense, Mike Suckabee sucks a lot of cock. So let's not throw that out, okay?
You know, he's being accurate and
Trump is
describing me as
just
a
telling the
faggoty
truth.
cocksucker.
I am a horrible faggot, and I want to be abused. Please, please.
Till he takes
Lock
the
me in a
oath of
box and
office.
cover me with insects.
But I do believe this, Megan. If he fundamentally changes the major positions that he campaigned on, and the reason that 60 million people went and voted for him, I think it'll be a real rocky start.
Hold on. Look at this layout. This looks really fucking familiar.
Dun, dun,
Fox News is stealing our shit, y'all.
Fox, fuck you.
Holy shit, man.
Fuck Fox.
We do you better than you do.
All right, because there
You're
are
not a Drunken
expectations. I do, yeah, because, look, nobody at the New York Times wants or believes Donald Trump will be a good president. No.
He started out his presidency pretty much the first words out of
I accidentally skipped to the next video.
Oh, well.
Anyway.
Let's see what this creepy fucker has to say.
Yeah, because, like, what more can be said about Huckabee anyway?
He's a fucking little scummy weasel fuck. Probably pays people to spit in his mouth.
Let's do
Suckabee.
Need somebody to do a puff piece. Call up Suckabee.
All right. So here's Donald Trump condemning a
neo-Nazi group.
Yeah, neo-Nazi group.
Sweet.
Hail Trump! Hail our people! Hail victory!
Hail victory!
This rally happened just down the street from the White House.
Or perhaps we should refer to them in the original German, Lügenpresse.
Celebrating Donald Trump's victory, the rhetoric an unmistakable marriage of neo-Nazi hate and Donald Trump's campaign slogan.
Trump.
Dude, look at that one fat ass. Pimp Monk was there, dude. You see that?
Was that Gimp Monk?
Pimp Monk was there at that fucking white supremacist rally.
Go back.
See him?
Dude!
It is! It's Pimp Monk.
Pimp Monk's a fucking Nazi,
wow,
dude.
you thought you knew someone.
Pimp Monk!
Damn, dude, Pimp Monk.
Say it ain't so, Pimp Monk!
It wasn't me, guys. I swear to God, man.
Hey, Hitler.
Oh, it was just another bald, 600-pound man.
It was just another big fat bald guy, man. I wouldn't do that, man. I love black women.
You know, I always wondered why when we were passing in the rotation, if a black guy handed the joint to Pimp Monk, he just passed it on.
I don't like to.
Now I know.
I don't like their nigger lips. I don't like to smoke after people.
Slogan.
For us as Europeans, it is only normal again when we are great.
Did he say us as Europeans?
Yep.
I don't think you're a European, dude. I mean, maybe
Descended
you were born.
from them.
Maybe you were born in Europe, and then when you came here,
He's descended from them.
Oh, okay. So that makes me a European too.
It just means white.
Yeah, he means white.
Well, he should say white, not European. What a fucking fool.
At the podium is Richard Spencer, founder of the movement that calls itself the alt-right. But their message is white supremacism, anti-Semitism, anti-immigration, neo-Nazi.
America was, until this past generation, a white country. Designed for ourselves and our...
Okay, what about before white people came here?
Yeah. We don't want to talk about that.
Oh, way longer.
And we don't want to talk about the fact that that America is diverse has a lot to do that we imported our fucking workforce and forced them to work for us.
Oh,
No.
such a beta cuck.
No. Let's not discuss that.
Well,
wow, just blame America for everything. Fucking beta.
Our posterity. It is our creation. It is our inheritance, and it belongs to us.
Wow, there's a lot of really disgustingly fat fucks here, I noticed.
We're going to close up a pimp right here.
That's the same dude.
No, it's not.
It's not.
That is a different dude.
No,
that other dude was
Holy
bald,
shit,
dude.
man. A lot of fucking alt-righters are fatties.
I think it was the same guy.
No, dude.
Past weekend for the annual conference
No, it
for
was.
Spencer's
It was.
think
Yeah, I
tank,
guess
the
it was.
National
So I guess it wasn't
Policy
Pimp Monk.
Institute.
Sorry, Pimp.
Many
Sorry,
in
Pimp
the
Monk.
crowd cheering on
We
Spencer's
apologize.
speech with the Nazi salute.
I still think Pimp
the
Monk was
video
there
is so
irrationally.
alarming.
But
The
here's the
National
problem with
Holocaust
this.
Museum in
Everyone knows Trump
Washington
has racist
wrote a
supporters.
letter in response.
So does
warning-
Hillary. I mean, if you really look at it, if you're honest, Hillary has plenty of racist supporters, too.
I'm sure she does.
It's just racism a different way. This is the racism that is unpalatable to them, but the other racism is not.
No. Only white people can be racist, Scotty.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
Racism is prejudice plus power. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Scotty, get with the times, man. We redefined racism.
I think I'm good. I think I'm good being behind the times.
I think though that the left has what I've heard termed the soft racism of low expectations.
I like that.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like we can't even talk about, man, there's some problems in the black community. Their crime rate is disproportionate.
The left also has people that routinely go on Tumblr and scream about how white people should be killed. That's racism.
Die, white people.
Sorry.
Warning that,
You
quote,
white people
the
can
Holocaust
suck
did not
dick.
begin with killing. It began with words,
Oh,
comparing
shit.
Spencer's words to Hitler's. Today, in a meeting with the New York Times, Trump said, "Of course I disavow and condemn them. But what used to be a small, obscure, extremist group operating on the internet now feels emboldened by Trump's campaign rhetoric,"
Oh, yeah.
according to Oren Siegel.
They've identify with Trump. Well, he just disavowed him. What more do you want him to do? Do you want Trump to show up at one of their meetings and just like look them all in the eye and be like, "Look, fuck all of you"? You know, it's not going to happen.
No, send Trump with an M16 to waste the neo-Nazis.
All right, Trump, to prove you're on our side, you got to waste your followers, the racist ones, anyway. Just go gun them down like dogs. Prove your loyalty to the left.
For whatever reason. And they view him as a champion for their cause.
And the hiring of Steve Bannon as chief strategist in the Trump White House has only intensified the criticism. While Bannon once reportedly bragged his website Breitbart.com was, quote, the platform for the alt-right.
Dude, don't people realize that there's no way, like, dude, Trump probably loves the fact they're so riled up about fucking appointing Bannon. Like, he's just gonna, like, and obviously Trump, his loyalty is big, and they fucking back Trump from day one. They're like, yeah, we want Trump. Trump is good. So, of course, he's going to reward that loyalty. You think he gives a shit if he sees what he sees, basically a liberal media shitting on it? He's like, that's probably more reason for Trump to be like, yeah, this is even better. I'm making this appointment.
He later told the Wall Street Journal that he has zero tolerance for those anti-Semitic tones, though Trump said today, quote, "If I thought Bannon was a racist or alt-right or any of the things, the terms we could use, I wouldn't even think about hiring him." Former
Whatever.
Breitbart spokesman
I don't
Kurt
believe that.
Bardella told CNN this will continue to cause problems for Trump.
I think the fact that this video of people gathered around going "Hail Trump" came out, and Trump was like, "Okay, time to dump the alt-right. Thanks, guys, for helping me get fucking elected, but hail Trump, that doesn't look good, so see ya."
Hail Trump!
And Bannon, you better cut your fucking ties, too, or you're fucking out of here.
They're like, yeah, they're just like, let's sweep that under the rug. We'll say some more shit to appeal to them in 4 years when we might need them again.
Yep.
Well, they're going to back Trump over a Democrat,
Part
obviously.
is the alt-right platform. These are the people that they have played to, that they have tried to motivate to be the base of Donald Trump's election. And it's just going to be more of this.
He just took a poop on you.
Okay, I mean, that's just bullshit. If Trump was really just like hardcore courting the alt-right, he wouldn't be making fucking speeches in favor of fucking Israel. He wouldn't be fucking talking about, he wouldn't be trying to make inroads with black voters. He wouldn't have fucking done so much better among Hispanic voters than liberals thought he was going to do. I mean, come on.
I do think it's a bit conspicuous that he didn't disavow them until after the election.
Yeah,
so he clearly was aware that they were there, and he was happy to have their votes.
But, you know, that's because he's trying to win a fucking election.
Of course.
But I don't think he ran a campaign tailored to them. They just liked him because they thought, oh, he's kind of like us because he has a hardline stance on immigration and a few issues.
Yeah. Well, that's a one-issue voter right there, immigration. And Trump's like, no more, done. We're going to solve it.
Build a wall.
CNN commentators clash over Trump.
Oh,
racist.
Clash.
He started out his presidency, pretty much the first words out of his mouth were, "I want to be a president for all races and religions." Brian Lanza put out a statement last night denouncing all racism on behalf of the administration, as they've continually done. Today, he told the New York Times, "I don't want any of this. Stop it." He looked in the camera in 60 Minutes and said, "Cut it out." He's done this 4 times. If it were up to you,
Well,
Anna,
tell you
or
what
to
he
the
needs
left,
to
no,
do
let me
is-
finish. If it were up to you, Anna, or the leftists, he would spend every day of his presidency standing on top of Trump Tower with a megaphone saying, "I am not a racist," but he's not going to do that. He's done it 4 times already. He's going to work for the American people, and he's not going to be baited into these traps you are trying to lay and the left are trying to lay.
Can I say, I'm not,
Damn. Snap.
Snap, bitch.
If I could snap, but I really can't.
Neither can I.
Get that neck roll going, girl.
It's not up to me. Let me tell you something that probably doesn't happen to you. I get stopped by children who are afraid of going to school. I
No,
get stopped
you
by
don't,
Muslims
you
who are
lying
afraid.
Fucking lying bitch.
You're a fucking piece of shit.
Excuse me, señorita. I am scared to go to school now because Mr. Trump is now my presidente.
That never happened, bitch.
I might believe adults would do that, but children...
Crawl under a fucking car.
Hashtag never happened. You're such a
do
liar.
this anecdotal bullshit. That
Dude, and I'm so sick of this bullshit. How many people are going to pull this, like, the children? My child came to me and said, Mommy, I'm really concerned about... No.
Bullshit.
Children don't give a fuck.
Remember the preemptive ones? Like their kids were in... my son or my daughter's in bed asleep right now. How am I going to explain a Trump presidency to them? Like, so it's like, come
Here's
on,
how you
now
do
you're
it.
really stretching.
So Trump won. Okay, where's the cereal? I mean, they don't give a fuck.
No, 5-year-olds are deeply invested in politics. What are
Of
you talking
going
about?
out in the street and having the scarves torn off their heads. I don't care what he does.
they play
If he doesn't
identity
want to
politics.
succeed as a president of the United States, that's perfect. If he wants to unite this country, he should use the bully pulpit he has now as president of the
And
United
Anna,
States
I-
to give
I
a unity
hope,
speech
Anna, that you... I hope,
he is responsible
I hope you are honest.
for unleashing the
I
Kraken.
hope-
He is responsible
Kraken?
for legitimizing and
the
empowering
Kraken.
the racists that are out there.
Krakens.
Smoking the crack.
Trump's responsible for racism.
What is she? What
are you smoking, bitch?
Is she talking about the Kraken of Latinos anger? Because they showed up pretty big for Trump. They showed up way bigger than everybody thought they were going to for Trump. So what is she talking? This woman is a professional outrage machine specialist. Like she knows.
I see children stop me on the street, tell me they're afraid to go to school. No, you don't.
Lying
It
bitch.
is not a coincidence they are celebrating
Anna,
his victory.
I hope you are responsible when you answer those children and you say to them, do not fear. Donald Trump has said the first thing out of his words in his presidency, I want to be a president for all races and religions. He's denounced
Do me a favor,
racism.
please
He wants
don't.
to try.
Do me
I
a
hope
favor
you
and
will
don't
say-
lecture me on
I hope you will say
responsibility.
that
when you
listen to
listen,
President
Kelly,
Obama,
when you are
who
sta-
says,
when
let's
you're
give this
standing
guy
in front
a
of a
chance.
dream
So
kid
John-
who's
so John-
afraid of getting deported, when you're
Yeah, you know what, dude?
Professional outrage machine.
I've seen there's a woman like there are people like this that I have seen give speeches where I'm from. And they just, when they get in front of a fucking camera or on the podium at a fucking local community fucking politics thing, it just, you can't get them down.
The woman on the left.
And you stop hearing. Yeah, look at her. You just stop hearing what they're saying, and it's just like, you know, and you're just like, fuck me, man. There's nothing behind it either. She's talking bullshit.
It's like a machine gun of stupidity. Just
yeah.
You're standing in front of a U.S. citizen kid who's afraid his parents are going to get deported, when you're standing in front of an 8-year-old girl who's afraid that her U.S. citizen Hispanic parents are going to be discriminated and deported, do not lecture me on responsibility.
I hope you tell them to listen to President Obama. President Obama. President
I am
Obama
not president of the United States. He has responsibility.
Ow.
Get out of here.
Get gone.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you how you need to address me and act around me. You know, that's the dumbest thing ever.
Stupid.
You know, you're a fucking moron.
As much as I hate agreeing with the little blonde Trump bot that they brought on, like honestly, like
bot.
the first words out of his mouth as president-elect of the United States were that he wanted to be a president for everybody. Let's give him a chance to fuck up, okay?
Yep.
Yeah, Trump is definitely gonna fuck up.
Save your outrage.
And then you're gonna have all this ammunition, and it's actually gonna have something behind it. You know, right now you guys are shooting you're shooting blanks.
Just like Paul in bed.
Oh, damn.
It's true. That's right, ladies.
All right. Here's Sean Hannity talking about the mainstream media bias,
which he's part of.
According to him, he's not.
Yes, he is.
And welcome to Hannity. And tonight, President-elect Donald Trump beats down the abusively biased alt-radical left mainstream media. Now, Trump's senior advisor, Kellyanne Conway, will join us in a few minutes. But first, the president-elect is now fighting back against the press that openly colluded with the Clinton campaign and that tried to undermine his candidacy every single step of the way.
You openly colluded with Trump's campaign. So
Hannity gets to take this victory lap. He really was one of the only big name pundits that was like Trump, 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 Trump. Like he gets this victory lap.
No.
Come on.
No, he doesn't.
Really?
TJ hates Sean Hannity.
No, he doesn't get a victory. Why does he get a victory lap? He's sitting there saying that, they colluded with the Clinton campaign. It's like you colluded with the Trump campaign. You're just a pup. You don't get props because you decided to be the puppet of the side that happened to win.
Just so you know,
fuck that, Paul.
Hannity gets around 2 million viewers.
Cool.
So
2 million fucking geriatric retards listening to this fucking imbecile.
Actually, it says in the 25 to 54 demographic, he has 460,000 viewers.
No, he doesn't.
This is according to Nielsen Media Research. I would say it's pretty accurate.
No.
No?
Nope.
That's a big player.
I would say you're probably wrong.
That's a player.
Nah,
TJ.
dude.
That's a player.
So you can refute that. You can,
I refute it with my
The
gut.
numbers
The
are
same
wrong.
thing that told me Trump was going to win.
The numbers are wrong.
Remember when I was right and you were wrong about that?
Well, this is a little
that's
bit,
a trend
this is
that's
a little
going to
bit
carry on
different.
for the rest of
This
your life.
is a little bit different.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Oh, well, why don't you show some
Remember
fucking
the
evidence,
polls?
you fat fuck?
I don't need evidence, bitch.
Yeah, you do need
I
evidence.
got my gut.
Yeah,
I
that's
got
all
a
you
gut
got.
feeling that's
all
wrong.
you fucking got.
That's all I need.
Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. It's not
Wrong.
Wrong.
These fighting boys.
the last refuge of TJ is just bullshit. I'm just right my gut because you have no argument.
How does
Wrong.
Ben, how does
You
Ben
have
put
no
up with these
argument.
fighting
You're a
boys?
liar.
You're a puppet.
You're a liar,
You're
sir.
a puppet.
You're a fucking liar. And
You're
if
a
I was
puppet.
president, you'd be jailed, Scotty.
If I was president,
You
you'd
would
be
go to fucking jail
less generous, 'cause
and
you'd
get
be
your
dead.
asshole reamed by fucking
You would be executed
some
day one.
giant
First
dick.
order.
You know what's going to happen to you, Scotty.
First order.
The second I'm president,
TJ
you're
gone.
dead, Scotty.
Gone.
Drone strike to your fucking face, bitch.
Before I was even sworn in, you would be gone.
These boys shouldn't be fighting this way.
Fuck that. Why was a candidate, you'd be gone, TJ.
Now, earlier today, he met with the New York Times.
Come
We'll
on.
have more on that in just a second. But first, yesterday at Trump Tower, network executives and anchors from CNN, MSNBC, NBC News, ABC News, CBS News, and Fox News attended a meeting meant to reset relations with the president-elect. Now, Fox News executives were in attendance, but they wouldn't comment since it was an off-the-record briefing. However, according to the New York Post, Donald Trump used the opportunity to call out many members of this dishonest press. Now, Trump reportedly told them all, quote, "We're in a room full of liars, the deceitful, dishonest media who got it all wrong."
Okay, see, that's the guy that earned a victory lap right there. Trump. He's earned a victory lap. He's earned the right to go in the room full of the media and be like, "Fuck you, you liars, you deceitful, you pieces of shit."
Hannity was Trump's big cheerleader in the media.
Hannity
dude.
was Trump's bitch.
The cheerleaders
So
get to
what?
party with the
Yep.
fucking football players. That's the way it works, dude.
No, the way they party is they get to
TJ.
fucking pass out and get reamed in the ass.
I've seen it happen, man.
That's what's going to happen
in high school. You know who got to party with the football players? The fucking cheerleaders. Every time they got to be there, they got to take the victory lap with the.
That's not all they got to take.
Yeah, then they got to take the dictory lap too.
Yeah, and now that's what fucking Hannity is entitled to. He's entitled to suck Trump's putrid.
That's what he's doing. Listen to him. He's over here filleting.
No,
Trump.
I mean literally.
Just let him.
Trump.
You know what, TJ? You'd suck Trump's dick, too. Trump walked that door like, TJ, suck it. TJ be sucking it.
And
He
Trump
wants
even
to.
took
Look at
direct aim at CNN President Jeff Zucker, saying that everyone at the network were liars and that Zucker should be ashamed of himself.
What'd you say to that, bitch? Jeff's Zucker.
Zucker.
Did he just cry in his hands?
What a fucking chode. Look at him.
Yeah. A chode.
What a chode.
He's like a chud, dude.
Chud?
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller. Yep.
Bitch.
Chud.
I wish that was a question on the trivia.
I would have gotten it.
Now, the president-elect didn't stop there. He reportedly hit NBC News for their coverage of his campaign, and Trump slammed ABC News' Martha Raddatz, who was at
over 9,000
the meeting for almost crying during election night coverage. You may remember this.
Tim Kaine has a son in the Marine Corps. He was asked by John Dickerson, so if Donald Trump is democratically elected and your son is serving as a Marine, you wouldn't trust his life under that commander-in-chief? And Kaine said, I wouldn't. That's a pretty...
Dude, is there no line of bullshit these people can't think up?
You know what it Oh, go ahead.
You know, it's like Tim Kaine's son is in the Marines. Donald's elected.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Civil War, dude. Mr. Stark, this is my boy.
And when you saved the whole planet from that horrible fucking thing, his life was lost in the chaos.
The fuck out of here. Suck a dick.
The extraordinary thing to say. If you have a son in the Marine Corps and that you don't trust the commander-in-chief.
Okay,
People in the
most
military
families
defend
voted for
the
Trump because they vote Republican, as they usually
Yeah,
fucking
let
do.
me see.
So
a bunch
whatever.
of Republicans in the military definitely were fucking pulling the Hillary fucking Hillary. Come on. I'm not saying there's no one in the military that would support Hillary, but I'm sure overwhelmingly they voted Trump.
They did.
So
whatever.
Oh, now I'm sure some of the room had that little feelings hurt, but really, who
Oh, he
cares?
loves it.
Didn't they deserve every bit of what Trump said to them? Now, keep in mind, some of these so-called unbiased journalists, they laughed off Donald
Who
Trump.
the fuck is
And-
calling them unbiased? Who on this fucking planet thinks that journalists are unbiased at this point?
Hannity, you're fucking totally fucking biased. You're fucking biased from the word go, but you should just admit that. Like, you guys are not fair and balanced. Everyone knows that. It's a joke. Like, every fucking one in the media is biased. Every person is biased.
Not me.
Said he never stood a chance years before he even decided to run for president, and they each had to eat their words. Watch this.
Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
Do it. Do it. Look at me.
This is a YouTube video.
Yep.
They just stole a YouTube video and are acting like they
Well,
did it.
They're just doing what we do once again.
No, but we credit the people. I mean, like, it's obvious what we're doing. They're making this look like they packaged this themselves.
Sure.
I mean, I don't see anything that says, like, source this YouTube channel or anything, or any indication that this isn't something created by Fox.
Fair use.
And I don't really want to play like Comedy Central shit anyway.
Yeah, probably not. That's HBO.
Oh, so now you're attacking that, TJ. You're attacking fair use.
Well, that's the whole
Transformative in nature, TJ. Huh.
Well, this is still the same.
Interesting.
Little clip show, I think.
Yeah. You're just gonna duck that one, huh?
What?
When Hannity and their show uses fair use, you're against it, TJ.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not against it. I just
Well,
don't.
you just shit on it. You just said, hey,
I just don't think they should present it as if it's their own
A
shit.
good point tonight. Now,
Which
in
I think they could.
2008, if you remember, I said journalism was dead,
Oh,
and
okay.
this election
There you
now shows it was far worse than any of us ever thought. Now, WikiLeaks, they exposed rampant collusion between the media and, of course, Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. We now know that interim DNC chair Donna Brazile from the Clinton campaign gave them multiple debate questions. That's called cheating. CNN was soliciting the DNC for questions that they should ask Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, and Carly Fiorina during their interviews. Reporters asked the Clinton campaign for approval before publishing their stories. So-called journalists allowed the Clinton campaign to edit quotes. Over at CNBC, John Harwood was offering the campaign advice and bragged about going after Trump in a debate that he was moderating. And worst of all, WikiLeaks exposed how dozens of journalists from every major news organization, except the Fox News Channel,
Of course. We're good guys here at Fox
Over here
News.
at Fox, fair and balanced.
were invited to be wined and dined at Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta's house.
Why would they invite you? They already know that no matter what they say, you already have you're the fucking conservative news network. Why would the fuck would they invite Fox News?
Yeah, I mean, like anything they said to you there, you would probably just use against them later on. So.
Or not use at all.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, let's get, you know what this party's missing? Sean Hannity.
Said nobody ever.
He sounds a little butthurt, but not Fox News.
Didn't invite me.
Didn't invite Hannity.
You know, this
Didn't
party.
even try to buy me
this
off.
party would have really jumped off if we had old Shawnee Hannity down here. You guys ever partied with Sean Hannity? Oh, it's fucking crazy. Said nobody ever.
Donald Trump should keep all of that in mind. The media already had its chance to cover Donald Trump fairly and honestly. They blew it.
You know, honestly, though, if I didn't know that this was Sean Hannity, if someone was like, hey, Sean Hannity, he's a fun guy, I picture some, like, drunken Irishman. Because it's a very Irish-sounding name.
Maybe drunk Hannity is a better person to hang out with.
He probably doesn't drink. He's probably square as fuck. Who knows?
He wanted to be a Catholic priest before he became
Oh, well,
a news
there you
anchor.
go.
So that should tell you a little bit about the weirdness of Hannity.
Yeah, he's weird, but you never know what goes on behind the scenes, man. You never know somebody.
And in my opinion, it's time to reevaluate the press in this country, and maybe it's time to change the traditional relationship that the press will have with the White House. Now, in this day and age of Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, does Trump really need to be granting access to biased journalists that openly oppose him? Just look at the video the president-elect released yesterday. It was detailing actions that he will take on key issues.
About safe spaces, and now they want the Trump press safe space.
So basically, you're saying that it's good if the government just issues propaganda and the media is not allowed to scrutinize it.
Well,
brilliant.
What is the shit he wants to hear?
You're fucking brilliant. Why don't you just jump off a fucking building and do the world a favor?
Or at least
feel bad for the ground he's going to hit.
At least get waterboarded like you said you were going to back in the day.
Like 2,000 days ago. Remember when you said you were going to get waterboarded?
Yeah. I'd pay fucking money to see that on pay-per-view, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Sean Hannity, the waterboarding.
Yeah, Hannity, you want my $20? Charge $20. I'll watch you get waterboarded. Even if it's like
I'd
it's
pay
1 minute.
$100 for that.
Wow.
I'd want to be there live for $100.
Yeah.
I'd pay like $300 to be there live.
Damn.
How much to participate? How much to preside over the whole thing?
If I could actually be the one waterboarding him, I'd pay like, I don't know, $5,000 or something.
There you go, Sean Hannity. $5,000 for a charity of your choice.
I'm pretty sure Sean Hannity makes $5,000 in a minute.
Well, whatever, but that's a charitable thing, man. And you can make good on your word to get waterboarded, Sean.
During his first 100 days in office. Now, Trump can do this and speak directly to you, the American people, without having his words twisted and taken out of context. Why not do that? So until members of the media come clean about colluding with the Clinton campaign and admit that they knowingly broke every ethical standard that they're supposed to stand
you
and
guys
uphold
do every fucking day at Fox News.
Sean Hannity, you're really going to talk about fucking ethical standards? Like
you guys
even
lie
know what
constantly.
a fucking ethic is, you piece of fucking scummy shit.
You've been the Republican Party's butt boy for like 20 years. Get the fuck off of your high horse,
You're
Hannity.
fucking Jay Leno's evil twin. Who gives a fuck what you have to say?
Yeah. Hey guys, I mean, liberals are up to some crazy stuff these days. You hear about this? You hear about these liberals? Yeah. They want to have a transgendered restroom. Wow, what's going on here? It's wild. Yeah, thank you.
They should not have the privilege. They should not have the responsibility of covering the president on behalf of you, the American people.
You shouldn't decide that. That should not be left up to some fucking biased piece of shit like you, who you're totally biased. You guys totally collude with Trump. You're going to be on the inside for all these major decisions Trump's going to make. You're going to be his fucking standard bearer, cheering him on the whole time. Trump's doing great things. He's great. He's wonderful. Because guess what? When Bush was president, that's what you guys were doing. Bush could do no wrong, according to Fox News. But the minute it was Obama, it was just that shift. Fucking Satan, the Antichrist. He wasn't even born here. Who is this guy? No one knows.
Yeah, I've got to say, too, that TJ was right. I got to do the parrot thing. PJ was right about this one. Sean Hannity doesn't deserve this victory lap. I thought he was just going to slob Trump's knob, but he's slobbing his own. Shut up and get that Trump dick back in your mouth, Sean. Shut the fuck up.
All right, guys, this concludes DP Action News for this episode. What we're going to do here is we're going to take a break that will literally last 1 minute.
1 minute.
And then we will come right back, so don't fucking leave. We'll be right back in just a moment.
If you want a nice-looking watch at a nice price, Movement watches start at just $95, but are comparable in quality and style to the big super expensive watchmakers. I've got a gun, metal, and sandstone leather watch with a great minimalist, stylish design that works well in pretty much any setting and with any fashion. Movement Watches was started by two college kids who wanted to wear stylish watches but were too broke to afford them. So they started their own watch company. And now they've sold over 500,000 watches in over 160 countries by keeping their prices affordable so that a nice watch isn't just a luxury of rich people. And you can get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to movementwatches.com/peasants. That's MVMTwatches.com/peasants. I've gotten a lot of compliments on my Movement Watch, and you will too. Now's the time to step up your watch game. Go to movementwatches.com/peasants and join the movement.
All right, we're back. Thanks to everyone for sticking around. TJ left. He's taking one of his famous half-hour-long shits.
Yeah.
Right now.
Sometimes you just got to snake one out, though, you know?
Sometimes you have to anaconda one out if you're TJ.
Yeah, not much fiber in the TJ diet. Probably a lot of strain.
Yeah, I remember when TJ told me I'm eating more fiber now, and Scotty was like, "No, he's taking fiber supplements."
Gross.
No, he's eating it.
TJ just dropped a foul deuce. You reeked up the bathroom, TJ, you disgusting pig. What do you have to say for yourself, you foul person?
Nothing.
Okay, cool. I gotta go take a shit anyway. So I'll be right back, guys.
Oh shit. What is that?
That is...
Oh, do we still have the Pokemon?
Yeah. I replaced it with a cordless phone from the 90s.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, here it is. Let's answer it.
Put it on
Hello, welcome to the Drunken Peasants Pokemon Hotline.
Any Pokemon tips?
Hello. Is this the Drunken Peasants? Is this Drunken Peasants?
The fuck is this?
I think it's Steve Buscemi.
Golem. Peasants is... He stole the precious.
Who stole the precious?
Stupid fat manatee.
Oh.
He stole the precious from us.
Damn, dude.
He took it. He took it to Festus, where the eye of the Dark One sees all. Shut up, you stupid weak Smeagol. Golem. Stupid fat manatee took it. He did.
A manatee?
Peasants, you must help us get the precious. Please.
I'm just blown away. That's Steve Buscemi, dude. Steve. I love you in color.
Also, near the Starbucks on the corner of 5th Avenue and 13th Street in Boston, Smeagol saw a Piplup, so if you want a Piplup, go there, but if you want the precious, finds the manatee.
All right, well, thanks for the tip, I guess.
Dude,
if you're in Boston.
I'm pretty sure that was Steve Buscemi on the phone.
It was?
Now. Yeah.
Maybe.
It sounded like him.
Oh, welcome back, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Oh, hey, guys.
How you doing?
What did I miss?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi
Nothing-
called in.
Really?
Weird call.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Nothing really interesting.
Pretty cool.
Oops.
Someone said fake. You can tell it's not a 90s phone. Well, we upgraded it.
Yeah.
With chick Ghostbusters technology, dude.
Laser pistol technology.
Yeah, we got laser pistols and all kinds of
We got the
shit.
chick from Ghostbusters to design our new call technology.
Who that?
What y'all turn to stone for? Why everybody stay holding still? Who that? What are they doing?
All right, so
Not racist at all.
Racist, Paul. Man.
we're gonna go ahead and move on to crazy people.
People who are crazy.
By the way, someone in the chat said that our Pokemon hotline caller is full of shit because that Pokemon isn't even in Pokemon Go.
Well,
actually, guys, that Pokemon is actually not even in the game of Pokemon Go. I hope you know.
Which Pokemon?
Move your mic, TJ. Okay, well, hold on. There you go.
He did move it.
I don't like it there. I'm going to move it back.
So this next video is being played tonight by the request of TJ.
It is?
Yeah, you said we should play this video.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah.
At least some of it.
Yeah, probably not the whole thing.
Because it is 35 fucking minutes long.
Jesus.
Yeah. TLDW.
Yeah, TLDW.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna turn this down while he.
Oh, I know what this is.
Yep.
If he is a
Skip the music video.
Betas, these cucks.
The cucks of the world.
I wanted to address something real quick that she said.
I do want you to do that.
She mentioned at the beginning something like, "Oh, we're accepting more Muslims now than we were before." And first of all, I have no idea if that's true or not. But like I said, Syrian refugees, 10,000 was the number, which is fucking nothing. 80% of them are women. There's a long, rigorous vetting process. But I feel like on that issue, people always, there's a lot of people who like to talk about, like, well, look, we just got to be honest, man. They're more likely to do terrorism. Yeah, that's true. That's true, and nobody should deny that. But then there's also a second part to that equation, which is it is also true that the overwhelming majority of the people you let in are not going to be any problem at all. So if you're going to bring up the first fact, which is, yes, there's more religious terrorism coming from Islam today, then you also have to bring up the second fact and make clear that...
Okay, so here
he really doesn't like it when we impersonate him, because he cuts it off right before Ben was about to go, "Oh, you're a regressive Kyle."
Because he doesn't want us to hear how accurate it is when he actually starts talking.
So easy.
They wanted to discuss me again. And unbelievably, they decided to call me a racist again. I mean, it is so stupid.
Actually, we didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't, Devon, you sensitive little.
But he wants people
pussy.
to call him one. He wants people to call him one.
I know, he does. He wants it.
Well,
so when we don't, he just invents that we did.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, what we actually talked about is how you try to get people, you try to bait people into calling you a racist so that you can make this indignant, butthurt, faggot fucking video for the 7 millionth time.
These regressive cucks called me a racist again. So I guess that's back. Thanks, TJ, for taking that back the first time.
Micro.
Never happened, Devon, you sensitive little pussy.
Fat.
And laughable at this point, but let's go through their fucking idiotic points. So Kyle unearths one of the mantras of the regressives, and he thinks he's made a point, which is focus on the non-problem. Somebody presents a problem, turn it around and be like, hey, what about the non-problem? Hey, Kyle, here's a glass that is 1/4 filled with poison. Yeah, well, 3/4 of it is not filled with poison. Ha ha. You just got pwned. I love the discussion. He's ready to leave the topic of terrorism. So yes, Muslims are more likely to commit acts of terror. Yes, that's something, but then most of them aren't terrorists.
Okay, well, when you're talking about we need to keep these people out of the country, I think the fact that the vast majority of them aren't going to do the things that you're worried about them doing is kind of fucking relevant to the conversation, dipshit.
No. TJ, no. It isn't.
Just like,
It isn't. It's not relevant at all. At all. These people are more likely to commit terrorism. It's like saying it's okay to let one cockroach in because one cockroach won't become a million. Right? Right, TJ?
Yeah, that's right, Devon. You right, Devon.
So easy.
I wish, the problem is that even your little sycophant, Devon, even your little butt boy, even your little fucking cocksucker who just sat there all day telling you how right you were and stroking your fucking dick.
Beta.
Even he can't fucking measure up to you. Even he's not gonna even he can't stand by you. Even you can't even tolerate the presence of someone who literally does nothing all day but say, yes, Devon, you're right, Devon. You're right about everything, Devon.
They called me a racist has become Devon Tracey's, they attacked my family.
It is.
Stop being like Brett Keane, Devon.
No, it's actually become his racist. You know, like, as many people as there are out there that just throw the term racist around, he's the opposite. He's just going to throw around the term like, they called me racist.
Right. Just stop.
No one's allowed to fucking disagree with Devon Tracey without...
They called me a racist, you guys. The world's most sensitive alpha male.
Yeah, I mean, if we called him a racist, surely he'll play the clip where we say Devon's a racist, right?
Of course.
Hold on, guys. I have to go because I have to block 300 of my fans because they disagreed with me in the chat.
Well, make sure you make a video of it and post it on your channel.
I sure will, because I'm butthurt, because I'm Devon Tracey.
That's just dandy. Too bad we're actually talking about a problem, a real problem, that needs to be addressed.
Sure.
And yes, we're aware that the majority don't. We're aware it's not all, Kyle.
Yeah.
You fucking douche. You fucking time waster. Yes, it's not all. But focus on the non-problem. Oh my lord. Kyle
He's not focused on the non-problem. He actually, if you notice, the thing he said was, first, yes, there is a link between Islam and terrorism. That was the first. That was point number one. Point number two was, but let's not forget about the people who aren't part of that. So, what are you talking about, Devon? What are you fucking talking about?
He's gone off the fucking deep end. I've been watching some of the shit he's really... This picture that we have up on the screen that
I think he's suffering from Trump derangement syndrome.
Oh,
dude.
he is. This picture that he likes so much, he likes enough to base a video around, is really great for him, but I don't think it's because of the reason... He really has just become like a name without anything behind it now. Because when you dig a little under the surface of Devon Tracey, you find bullshit like this. It's 30 minutes of whining about us calling him a racist, which never happened. Who's watching this shit and applauding it?
Just made it all seem so much less of a problem, didn't he?
It's like the same thing with like with Devon Tracey, to bring him up again. Devon Tracey, when he brings up black crime, he always likes to talk about how it's disproportionate. It's disproportionate. They're doing more crime. They're doing more crime. They're doing more fucking crime. TJ.
I love how that's their impression of me talking about black crime.
No,
that was
that's
that was
Kyle's.
Kyle's impression.
And he's not one of us.
I have a better one,
He was
Ben.
our guest. We've only had him on twice.
3 times.
Oh, 3 times.
You don't cover this one, though, because you don't like it, Devon, because you know it sounds just like you.
As calm as can be. Black people are doing more crime.
Yeah.
That's not a news flash. That's been happening for...
No, you've been talking about it for... Well, I've been aware of you for just over a year, and you've never moved past that simple statement.
Yeah, I've made videos where I talk about black crime. We've talked about black crime on this show. And yeah, everyone pretty much knows that, yeah, black people commit more crime, except for, like, totally dishonest fucking social justice warrior types who just refuse to believe fucking reality when it contradicts their narrative. You know, kind of like you.
What? Did you just call me racist, TJ?
Decades.
Yeah, I did.
I
You're
just
so
got back
racist,
from New York
Devon.
City, where I went out with a fan of mine who was an NYPD officer. And we talked. And guess what he told me? The disproportionate amount of crime is coming from black people.
Nobody
New York
here is
City.
disputing that.
Anybody surprised out there? Anybody? Now, why is
But
it
Devon,
that
Still sounds like anecdotal
yeah,
evidence,
that's
though.
anecdotal evidence.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
even if that's true, you need something to substantiate that. You can't just say I talked to this guy and he said this.
The why doesn't matter, Scotty.
Well,
I am now the
he's a
target
retard.
of these fucking regressives. I am the target. These fat fucks. These Humpty Dumpty losers
we
are
just
looking
make
at
fun
me
of you
going,
every once in a
if
while,
we can
Devon.
only shut up Devon, then we can pretend it's not a big deal.
No one
You know,
cares
car
about
crashes and all.
We've actually
Devon,
been
I
the
have no
biggest...
interest in shutting you up. You're a moron. Say whatever you like. I don't care.
We've probably been your biggest advocates for not shutting you up, because at least TJ and I here at the Drunken Peasants have taken the position that you shouldn't have been banned from Twitter.
Yep.
Or YouTube.
So, if anything, like, we've been on your side against people trying to shut you up. So, once again,
pussy.
Devon, what are you talking about, you little pussy?
Another straw man from Devon.
They disagreed with me, so
they want to shut me up.
They're just trying to shut me up, you guys.
Devon,
Let me just,
Devon,
you
play
see
the clip.
their
Devon,
scummy
play the
tactics.
clip of any of us saying it's time to silence Devon, ban him, take away any freedom of speech Devon has. Devon has no place at the table. Deplatform him and stop him.
No, I didn't say that you have no right to say what you want to say. We're just saying that what you some of the things you said have been stupid.
Yep.
And this
they
video
have.
is a prime example of
30
stupidity.
minutes. 30 minutes worth of
35
stupid.
minutes of you literally crying like a bitch when you claim to be some kind of alpha male.
Yeah. Crying like a bitch about something that didn't even happen. That you're such a sensitive little pussy that you inferred that we called you racist when none of us did. You sniveling little bitch. Man up. I never thought I'd be saying that to you, the alpha male. You know, this lowly beta cuck here. Telling you, but suck it up, Devon.
Beta,
Not everybody's out to get you. How many friendships are you going to lose before you realize that, like, not everybody that disagrees with you is out to get you, Devon?
All of them.
What don't you get, you aggressive cock? But then he never brings up the second part of that.
Oh, and here's the great part. The false dichotomy. The second part, according to the fucking lesbian, what is the second part to black people commit a lot of crime? Please tell me that. What point? Please tell me you're not going to mention a non-problem. Oh, please, Kyle.
Which is that the overwhelming majority of black people are not criminals.
I was
on black.
And oh my god, I can't believe he actually says that. He says it out loud in public.
He says a completely reasonable and true statement out loud in public as if it were true and reasonable.
Devon, is that not true?
What a fucking cuck.
I love how Devon always uses these these clips of movie people and musicians. He thinks that are badass. Like he often does his videos in front of Kurt Cobain or
he uses
Gary
Conor
Oldman,
McGregor a lot,
Conor
too.
McGregor a lot. Like the sensitive
You gotta be
pussy
joking.
bullshit being contrasted with a badass character like Gary Oldman is playing here is just
Yeah,
fucking
could you imagine
laughable.
Gary Oldman fucking sitting you down and talk about this shit?
Did you just call me a racist? I can't even imagine him taking that role, Devon. What are you doing? Are you trying to make yourself look sensitive and weak by putting yourself in front of better people?
He apparently is trying to do that because he's fucking done it pretty much since we fucking have covered him. It's
sad.
It's always the same bullshit, and it's getting
Low
worse.
energy. Low energy. Sad.
Crooked Devon
Yeah.
Tracey again.
Devon, you need to start putting exclamation points at the end of your name and your videos.
Hey, Devon, how you liking the Trump, bitch?
Slob on the Trump.
Trumpet, 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 trumpet.
Gonna be a lot
Trump
of-
chain done run over Hillary Clinton. Trumpet, trumpet, trumpet,
Our
trumpet,
Second
trumpet,
Amendment is
trumpet,
strong,
trumpet.
Devon. A lot of guns. Everywhere you look, there'll be a lot of guns.
I'm gonna get me a gun.
Let's all have lots of guns.
Yeah, Devin, I was thinking about our fight we're gonna have. I'm gonna get a gun first, though. I'm gonna show up with a gun, and you can fight me with your bare fists. Since you're an alpha, you should be able to just catch the bullet, you know, and kick my ass. We'll see how it goes.
Without any sort of shame. It never occurs to him that that's not a point. Hey, look, is that an asteroid heading towards us? Oh, fuck. Yeah, but that's not the only asteroid. There's the vast majority of asteroids are not
This
heading
would be
to
more
Earth.
akin to like if there was like
Sir.
a 0.1% chance an asteroid was going to hit and there was mass hysteria and someone's like, guys, there's still a 99.9% chance the asteroid's not going to hit us. That's the more apt fucking analogy, you dumb bitch.
No.
So what is your problem? Kyle wants to talk about a non-problem. So there. Little Billy has head lice today. Maybe we should take him out of school. Well, little
Yeah,
Sally
sounds like a good
doesn't
idea.
have head lice. So that's the second fact you need to mention.
That is the second fact you need to mention because what you're basically advocating for is like, well, Billy has head lice, so all these kids might have head lice. They're all at risk. Get them all out of here.
Yep, get the whole class
It's
home.
like, no, it's actually relevant at that point to bring up that, oh, no, only one kid has head lice.
Yep.
Stupid.
Dumb. Makes the argument against him for himself.
Ugh. Hideously bad.
He's dog shit, dude.
It's too easy, Devon.
Too easy, Devon.
You just make
we
it
don't
too
even have
easy.
to make the argument. You make it yourself.
Can you believe he's actually saying these things? He's actually speaking this out loud.
Settle down.
Thinking it's a good idea
He's saying it
to
in
put it on
public.
the internet. What a cuck. What a beta.
This lesbian.
You look like powder.
Yeah, Devin, you talk a lot of shit on people's appearances, but I don't.
Yeah, can we put a picture of Devin up next to
I
a
don't
picture
see
of
you.
powder, please?
I don't see you a lot in your videos, buddy.
Devon versus Powder, dude.
Let's see how they stack up.
As an alpha male, shouldn't you be showing yourself off as much as possible?
No,
like I am
no,
the alpha
no,
male.
No, because I am the kangaroo. You see,
There
I
he
use
is.
this buff kangaroo
So there's Devin.
because it's intimidating.
There was a side-by-side photo
Of him and Powder.
Yeah.
Is it not there anymore?
Hold on.
Wow.
Powder.
No. That's
I mean, since
literal
he spends so much time picking apart our physical appearances, I feel we owe him.
Yeah, and it's like, how do you pick on other people's physical appearances when you look like this? Just put him on the screen.
Look at you. You're a dumpster fire, TJ. Your body is a garbage fire.
He looks like fucking...
Look at him. Look at the duck face he's making.
I know, he looks like fucking Billy Corgan's abortion. Dude. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
You sad little man.
This is the manliest of men, the alpha male.
These betas called me a racist. Oh,
Look at you.
He calls me Jabba.
You look like a fucking girl.
At least Jabba was a badass gangster with fucking slave bitches and shit. You're fucking powder, bitch.
Look at this fucking
He's
shit.
powder, dude. He is.
Who can deny this?
What's up, Devon Tracey?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You're talking this alpha male shit. Have you looked in a fucking mirror? I mean, seriously, dude. Like, really? Like, okay, you hey, look, man, you can say whatever you want to say. But if anyone's going to take you fucking seriously, I think not, my friend. I don't think you're going around the streets going up to people, I am the alpha male.
Oh, get out of my way, beta.
You ain't doing that, dude?
Make way for the world's most sensitive alpha male, Devon Tracey. Coming through. Oh, you stepped on my toe, beta. Oh, you stepped on my toe.
Fat.
I'm making a YouTube video about this.
This fat beta cuck stepped on my toe, and now I have to walk with a limp.
on his show. I was on his show, and I actually
Which no longer exists.
Yeah, I was on his show that fell apart because he couldn't keep a group of people together.
No, I chose not to. Dude, I am the show. Get a fucking clue.
I chose to fail.
He is the show.
Yeah, that's why your show failed, though, because you notice how the Drunken Peasants isn't the TJ show starring TJ and his sycophant butt lickers.
Hey, TJ, I chose not to.
Because no one wants to watch that horse shit.
Yeah, I chose to fail and have a shitty show, you guys.
Stupid.
I chose not to be a
bad excuse. I could have been popular.
By the way, Devon, I did like one episode of your show, the one I was on. That one was good.
I liked two. I liked the one you were on and the one where Anthony and him had their breakup.
Oh, that was great.
Those were both great
Devin,
shows.
you can't even get along with someone to do a show, dude.
We never even played that on the show.
Yeah, well, it's a classic. People can go check it out on their own. It's a long fucking experience.
Well, it was made into a clip.
Doesn't it have a meltdown?
Still, it goes over.
The clip is long, though.
Yeah, the ending is the best part.
I'm ending it. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over, you guys.
I'm done.
I'm done.
All of you are being stupid.
My sycophants disagreed with me for the first time, and then apologized profusely, but it's not enough.
It's on the it's on Sargon's gaming channel.
It's beautiful.
The title is called The Human Block Bot.
Yeah, go check it out.
Sensitive little pussy.
Go check it out on Sargon's little gaming channel there. It's beautiful. It's sexual.
And
you will masturbate to it.
I brought that up to him. I'm like, look, yeah, you're right. Everything you're saying about that is right. It is true that black people are 14 times more likely to commit this crime or whatever. But what you're not realizing is.
Oh God, drum roll. Here we go. What am I not realizing? This is probably not going to be a straw man. Is it, fat fuck?
They're 14 times more likely to commit a crime that is statistically insignificant in the white community, and even 14 times it is still pretty fucking insignificant.
This is the fucking heart and soul of the weakling mentality. We are talking about crime.
Yeah, you're talking about yourself.
And this guy...
No, this is the heart and soul of the weakling mentality is making a 35-minute video crying like a fucking faggot.
Hypersensitivity. You used to talk about Josh Banko's lactating man tits. I bet you've got fucking milk dribbling out of your little titties,
Paul,
Devon.
When I hear this shit, this blows my mind because, literally this guy is a fucking weakling and he's talking like he's the biggest, baddest motherfucker around. When it's like, you see Devon, you cross the fucking street.
You know what, dude? If he does come back at us about this, and he probably won't, but if he does, it'll be like, I challenge you to a fight. Fight me. You're calling me a pussy? Paul Zigo? Fight me. Devon, you could probably beat my ass. I'm not a fighter. But let's have a criticism off.
Here's something interesting that was brought to my attention. Did you know that the term flying monkey is actually a psychological term?
Absolutely.
Read the...
Flying monkeys is a phrase used in pop psychology, mainly in the context of narcissistic abuse. They are people who act on behalf of a narcissist, usually for an abusive purpose. The phrase has also been used to refer to people who act on behalf of a psychopath for similar purpose. Abuse by proxy is a closely related concept. There you go, flying monkeys.
You are validating a narcissistic retard.
Widens the scope to, hey, crime isn't even that frequent. Why even worry about crime? Oh yeah, rape and robbery and murder.
Yeah, that's
not
what we're
frequent.
What a fucking
According
straw
to
man! What?
Yeah, I love how right after accusing my totally sensible fucking position as a straw man, he lays into the most ridiculous fucking straw man ever.
Crime's not a problem, guys. You remember that episode of the Drunken Peasants? Episode number 180, Crime's not a problem. You remember that one?
We're just like, sometimes people get raped and who gives a shit? I don't give a fuck. Rape a bitch, kill a bitch, run over school children
genocide,
in your car,
ethnic cleansing. We're fine
I don't
with
give
it
a
all.
shit. It's all good.
War crimes.
It's all part of the human experience. Whatever.
Stupid fuck.
The car crashes, you tub of shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So in other words, pivot. These people, they can't pivot. They roll.
Someone in the chat called them transparent Voldemort.
Voldemort's way too cool.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve that comparison.
Nope. Sorry, Devon.
They wobble to another point, which is, hey, why even talk about a problem? If you look at the numbers, oh my god. And he does this with terrorism. Now he's doing it with just crime.
Yeah.
He's such a loser. What issue could you raise to this fuck where he would say, you know what, that is a problem because there's a high...
McDonald's is out of cheeseburgers.
Yeah, what fucking fallacious reason? He's a fucking idiot. Who doesn't know anything? So why even bother engaging with him? Yeah, Devin, so why are you making a 35-minute video if it's a waste of your fucking valuable time?
I bet you're wishing you hadn't done 35 minutes of this for us to fucking destroy, huh? I bet you're wishing you'd condensed your pussydom down to maybe 10 minutes.
Likelihood that's going to happen to you. According to this logic, we should not be worried about AIDS or cancer. Oh, because, you know, you're not super likely to die of that, so who
Don't
fucking
worry about
cares?
AIDS, TJ.
Now can I
TJ, you actually are likely to die of cancer.
Yes, that's not true. AIDS? No, not really.
I mean, AIDS, not so much, but yeah, cancer is a pretty fucking big killer. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about there.
Who knows, man?
No one ever said that, you know, it's like you think that if you broaden
We said
your
terrorism is a rare occurrence, not that it never happens.
anything less than just like black people are all criminals and you're just like, oh well, you know, you're soft on crime. It's like, no, I just want to have a discussion where the full context of the problem is examined and we're actually honest about the scope of the fucking problem.
You know what, Devin? The hard veneer is cracking, bud, and the pussy underneath is showing through.
Fat.
No,
your
it's
hypersensitive little ass is showing through the tough guy veneer that you try and sell people on YouTube.
Micro.
Suck it up, pussy.
Penis.
My banana and video games. That's what he wants to do. Let's wrap it up. Wrap it up.
That's exactly
and so
right.
You still end up with 99.99 whatever percent of black people have never murdered anybody.
He thinks that's the point. 99.9 haven't murdered somebody. Yeah, I mean, oh Lord, TJ, you are a dipshit.
Why?
This is not smart. What you're
it's statistically accurate. It's what I said is completely accurate. I mean, go look at the fucking black population numbers versus the number of black people who have been convicted of murder in a given year. Like, there's 13 million black people. There's something like 5,000 to 10,000 murder convictions among black people every year. And I know convictions don't represent every crime committed. But it's still, it's a statistical insignificance. It's statistically insignificant. It doesn't mean anything. And for the most part, by the way, these murders are not happening because black people are just like, I want to kill other black people. This is gangland fucking violence. This is caused by U.S. drug fucking policy.
And poverty. And a host of other things.
Such cock.
Oh, making excuses for bad behavior.
Yeah, you need to explain it before you can actually do something about it. That's why the why actually matters.
Yeah,
because if you don't understand the why, there can't be a solution, you dumbass.
Look, you can't study anything with Devin. It's just, this is how it is. They're evil and they're bad. And if you don't buy into his narrative, you're a retard. When shit's on you.
When you ignore the why, you end up a sniveling little pussy.
Someone
like
said
Devin
that's not
Tracey.
the point he was making, fat fuck. Okay, well,
what was the point?
What was the point then? I'll be sure to look for your screen name again, because I know it's going to take you a minute to hear this.
Yeah.
But I'll be looking. I'll keep my eyes out. I'll keep my eyes out for what his actual
dude,
point was.
I always hear that. If you don't agree with someone, it's like, oh, you
didn't get the point.
You didn't get it. You didn't understand.
Don't bother explaining how I didn't get it.
And then if you
say I didn't get it.
And then if you argue with them about, okay, well, this is the point, and you argue that, then they go, oh, well, you just don't understand.
All right, here's the reality. Devin doesn't have a fucking point.
No.
Devin has talking points, and if you deviate from those talking points, or you try to add nuance to those talking points, or you try to provide context for those talking points, or if you try to actually have a discussion based on those talking points, he fucking flips his lid.
Yep.
Because he doesn't want to go anywhere past his superficial little line of every single Devin Tracey video is about these fucking 6 things, and nothing beyond that ever happens on his channel, and it's boring.
Muslims, black.
saying right now. Just listen for all the world to hear. What you are saying makes no sense. Hey, serial killers. Anybody concerned? Nah, who cares? 99.999 are not serial killers. Suicide. Should we worry about it? Nah. You kidding me?
Nobody's saying we should.
No one said anything like that, you stupid piece of fucking shit. No one said that. No one said that, Devin.
Yeah, Devin, does it make sense?
No one even said anything that implied that on any level, you retard. You absolute fucking mentally deficient retard.
Well, let's say this. Devin lives in a country with a bunch of Muslim migrants, right? He lives in Germany, right?
I guess.
Devin is
I don't know where he lives.
Well, let's even say he lives here or wherever.
Well, he used to say Berlin.
Okay, but let's even say it's that. Okay, so how many terrorist attacks have occurred right around that area you live in?
There've been a few. He tried to do this early on when I was on the show. He was like, I live within a decent amount of miles from a place where an actual terror attack went down. And this was at the time when I did too. I lived in California, about 4 hours drive from where, what was it? That big...
San Bernardino.
San Bernardino, yeah. And I brought that back to him, and he was like, oh, whatever. I was like, I don't spend all day fucking quaking in my boots that a Muslim is going to shoot me because I lived 4 hours from a place where something like that went down, you quaking pussy. That's the point we're making. We're not saying it's not a problem. We're saying it's not a problem that you should devote your life to talking about. There are other things.
Yeah, live your fucking life, Devon. Don't live in fear.
Muslims are gonna get me. Blacks are gonna get me.
Dude, he's so afraid. It's so obvious that Devon is so fucking... He's scared shitless of everyone.
Got it. Move on. Apply this logic to anything, and nothing gets done. And he's trying to apply it to crime. Crime. Who cares?
No, Devon. The logic that if you apply to it, nothing gets done is if you don't care about why.
Yep.
If you don't care about explanations, if you don't care about why things happen, if you don't care about the underlying causes, that's when nothing gets done, you stupid, stupid man.
Yeah, talking about the problem without offering up any solution or talking about why the problem exists is exactly what you're describing. Does nothing. Doesn't solve anything.
Cares about crime. Fucking amazing.
That's right,
You know,
and that's the main
so
point.
that-
Like
that has
every
to be
video
brought up too.
Yeah, and every
such
video I've seen of him on that issue,
regressives.
that's the only fucking point that I keeps coming up in my head where I'm like, why don't you fucking acknowledge that obvious point instead of just harping away like a clown?
Oh my god. Oh fucking you. Mr. DeGeneres, listen to me. If I'm talking about a problem in society, such as terrorism or crime, or the demographic that commits the most crime in our society, I'm talking about a problem. To bring up the fact
Sure.
that not all of them do it is not a point that needs to be made, you sniveling turd.
It is when refuting people like you who refuse to talk about the causes or possible solutions, Devon.
Yeah, with your rhetoric, Devon, that's why it's brought up. It's
Yeah, it
because
is totally necessary to bring it up
because you lack
of
any
stupid
nuance
fucking
or
pieces
context.
of shit like you, Devon.
You make fucking blanket statements and you expect people just to go along with them, and when they don't, you have a serious issue.
It's a non-point. Who needs to be told that not everybody is doing X?
You do.
Who? You? Does that make you feel better to hear that? Not every lesbian is on your softball team. Did that need to be said?
Okay,
Never
because
acknowledged
you know what
that.
Devon does though, and this is Devon's tactics here.
Okay,
he goes and finds some racist incendiary rhetoric.
Okay, this is amazing. TJ is back to calling me a racist.
No.
Nope, not what he
Wrong.
said.
The clip you just played.
He goes and finds some racist
Look, I'm
incendiary
describing
rhetoric.
what I was doing was I'm describing your modus operandi and what you do. I'm explaining part of the cycle of the Devon. And I'll go ahead and explain it again. You go find some racist incendiary rhetoric, you cut out the overtly racist part, and you deliver just that. And then when people say, hey, I've heard this before, this is what racists say, and jump on your shit, you say, aha, you said I was racist, but I never actually said anything racist.
You're slandering me.
Therefore, you're slandering me. Therefore, I can dox you. Therefore, I can do whatever I want to you. Therefore, I'm persecuted. Therefore, I'm a victim. Therefore, wah. Therefore, boo-hoo. And that's you, Devon. I was describing the way that you do shit.
Let's see if he plays any more of it.
Now just point your finger at him and laugh, because that's what I'm doing. What racist rhetoric? Name it. What the fuck are you talking about?
He cuts out the part that's overtly racist and then just uses the build-up,
Yeah.
and then when you fill in the blanks, like, yeah, I've heard this shit before from racist, and he's going here with it.
Oh, you just called me
and
racist.
you say,
Yeah, it is me projecting it, but you're okay, look. Every time before you I'd ever seen someone lay out the fucking statistic on black crime, the argument being made was always, we gotta get these niggers out of society. We gotta get these fucking blacks under control. Or, you know, they're inferior or whatever, you know? So if you start making an argument that people have only heard racists make, and then you just deviate at the end or you cut it off, people are naturally going to be inclined to fill in those blanks. But you know what? When I found out that you weren't saying that, I said, no, he's not racist. But that doesn't mean you're not using this tactic, because I've seen you do it.
And he's still using it on you.
You bait people into calling you racist, and then you get upset about it. And then you get to feel good about yourself, and then everyone has to fucking, oh, poor Devon. Poor Devon. Everyone's calling him racist when he's not. Wah, boo-hoo. It's not fucking working anymore. We see through it at this point. It's totally fucking transparent.
Devon's an angel.
He's an angel. Was Power
What?
an angel?
He still, even after he's apologized, he still thinks I'm a racist. What racist rhetoric? Here, and by the way, I'll give you the answer. I'm not asking that because I need an answer. I know the answer. He thinks it's racist to mention that black people commit more crimes than white people.
Well, if it's racist, then I've made racist videos on my own channel, and we've made racist statements on this podcast.
Yep.
So fuck you, Devon. You know damn well that we've talked about black fucking crime statistics on my show and on this show.
This is bullshit. This is more disingenuous fucking straw man.
But you know what the
shit
difference
from Devon.
is that when we talk about it, we make sure people understand the context we're saying it in. We try to provide a larger and more nuanced view instead of just being like, yep, all these niggers are committing crimes, and then just sit back and act like, yeah, now I just gotta wait for people to call me racist so I can act all offended and butthurt. Oh. You're full of shit, Devon. You're
That's
completely
racist.
and utterly full of shit.
In other words, the problem, the issue that we're trying to grapple with, which is the reality of the situation, that to him is freak out time. It's, oh my fucking... Who said
Someone
that?
in the chat said Devon sounds like he has tampons in his nose.
He really does. That's how I do the Devon Tracey.
I think
I don't allow myself to talk out of my nose.
I think he just has tampons in his pussy.
Yeah, he's got those too.
Who just mentioned that black people commit a bunch of crime? They're probably racist. They're using racist rhetoric. Really? Really? Like what? Like what?
Well, that seems racist to me. He's like,
dipshit.
Because now, of course, it's a bigger deal to call someone a racist than it is to actually be a fucking racist.
Oh, so now he's just asserting that I am a racist.
No.
Oh,
nope.
Great,
No,
TJ. We're gonna go.
No, I did not. All I said was that it's a bigger deal now to be called a racist than it is to actually be a racist. Okay, all I said is that now there's actually more aspersions cast at people who fucking claim that something is racist than there is an actual fucking racist. I didn't say that you were the racist. I fucking have apologized for calling you a racist, you dipshit.
Yeah, but even after you did that, he still made a video bringing it up again.
He's a pussy.
This is all you got, Devon. This is all you got, and it's so fucking transparent. It's so see-through. Every single person on the face of the earth
like his
is
own
onto your bullshit. Even your buddy Anthony fucking sees through your horseshit.
It's the same shit. I'm so sick of Devon. It's always the same fucking story with this dude.
His own.
All right, let's move on from one brand of stupidity to another.
Sure.
'Cause we have some. We have the polar opposite of Devon, but in some ways the exact same fucking thing as Devon.
All right.
5 sad things.
Oh.
Okay.
About angry white men.
Oh no.
There's a lot of rage being displayed by many of my fellow cisgender white men.
Oh,
you see it on a daily basis on the internet. You saw it during this most recent U.S. presidential
Steve, please.
campaign.
Just explode.
And I suppose I could answer that rage with some of my own. But when I really think about it, it's not so much that I'm mad at them. It's that I feel sorry for them. Here are 5 sad things about angry white men.
Yeah.
Number 1, they're ignorant. In the mid-18th
All
century,
angry white
the
men
English
are
poet
ignorant,
Thomas Gray
guys.
wrote...
Did you hear that?
So they've never...
Oh my God!
that lazy eye again, dude.
Steve, if you mean ignorant, which means like a lack of knowledge, there's plenty of things you lack knowledge about. So, I mean, in a sense, everyone's ignorant. But if you're saying they're just ignorant in general about the ways of the world, I like to see that refutation.
There's shit tons of white people who are angry, and they're all angry for different reasons. And who are you to fucking just paint them all with one brush and be like, you know what? Yeah.
Yes, Steve, if we stereotyped any other race, you'd be the first person to go, that's racist, you guys should not do this. But when you do it, it's okay because, you know, it's part of your experiential group.
Look how this pussy labels himself. Steve Shives, fairly calm white man. All things considered.
When you consider how
the fuck out of
when
here.
you consider how terrible the world is, I'm pretty fucking calm, you guys.
Pussy.
Shut up.
He really is the anti-Devon, isn't he?
Yeah.
Gray was reflecting
They're both
wistfully
big fans of Banning, though.
Yeah.
They're
on
both
the innocence
the
of
same,
youth,
but
but
a
in
little
a different context, he could easily have been
Two sides of
describing
the same coin.
angry white men who formed the backbone of Donald Trump's base of support during this year's U.S. presidential election.
Both Hillary supporters.
Yep.
It's
Both
not
blockers.
just what these men don't know that makes
Both
it
hate
sad. It's what they are happy
Anti-firearms.
to not know. They
Both
are extremely
pussies.
skeptical of science,
They,
except when they perceive
white
it
men,
to reinforce
white
their
men.
pre-existing
What are you talking
biases.
about?
Steve,
They care-
some of these people Do believe that, but that's some, Steve. Have some context. You can't just make a blanket statement saying, hey, this is everyone in this group believes this.
Not all men, Scotty. Is that what you're saying? Not all men.
Well, didn't Steve vote for Hillary? Didn't other white males vote for Hillary? So were they also part of that?
No, they get a pass.
Oh, they get a pass.
Yeah.
Oh.
What about the angry white people protesting Trump? Are they ignorant?
No, they get a pass too.
Yeah.
Okay. Rock on. Rock the fuck on.
They're little to nothing about the experiences of people different than they are. Their knowledge of history
Well, then by the
is
same
narrow,
token, should those
shallow.
other people not know about their experiences? But that doesn't matter, right? Because that doesn't fit your narrative. Okay, I'm sorry.
And warped by the narratives of conspiracy theorists. And having said all that, it almost goes without saying that number two, they're easily led, easily
Steve,
and often.
come on.
Right-wing politicians and pundits are constantly
You know what other white
manipulating
men are
white male
easily
voters
led?
with
SJW ally white men like you.
Isn't Steve led along, doesn't he walk like a dog by his wife? Isn't that how it works? He's led along to the right conclusion?
Didn't you say, sorry to take a step back, but didn't you say Devon looked like Billy Corgan aborted or something?
I say like Billy Corgan's abortion.
Yeah, isn't that ironic? Like, I think before our segment about him, he posted like a remix of a Smashing Pumpkins
Of course
video.
he did. He wants to be Billy Corgan. He wants to be better people. That's why he's always like Kurt Cobain smoking a cigarette.
Look at
fucking dream.
He doesn't have it anymore, but he used to have like that lineup.
Yeah, he does that. He posts a bunch of hard asses, people that are actually intellectually like viable people,
or physically.
Godsod. You know, he's got a big lineup of his atheist dream team and shit, and he always puts himself in there. You're not in there, Devon. You're nowhere near there. You never were. Sorry. We're back on Devon Tracey again.
Yeah, sorry.
narratives about liberals coming to take their guns, immigrants stealing their jobs, labor unions destroying industry, or welfare recipients bleeding their country dry. Year after year, the fears and prejudices of these men are used to persuade them to vote against not just the common interest of the country, but against the interests of themselves and their families.
Lots
And
of black
why?
and
Why
Latino
are they
people
so
voted for Trump in this election too. So why are you not railing against them? Why is it just white men?
White women voted for him too.
Yep. What about women, Steve? Conspicuously absent from this video where you're haranguing people for voting for Trump.
led? Well, in addition to their aforementioned ignorance, there's also the fact that, number three, they're insecure.
The black
For
people that voted for
generations,
Trump are
white men
insecure.
have been told that women's liberation, racial equality, LGBT...
So wait a minute. The guy who automatically blocks everyone on Twitter is talk about other people being insecure.
White men.
Dude, Steve, you're the most insecure person that one could encounter in their fucking life. I've never seen someone more insecure. You preemptively block people. You preemptively make sure you don't have criticism of your ideas.
What a sissy.
You're so afraid of anyone arguing with you or anyone saying you're wrong. You hide behind a fucking wall. Like,
Wrong.
You might be against the wall on the border, but you've built a wall around yourself, dude.
Ooh, good one.
Damn, Scotty.
Damn.
Scotty with the analogies
LGBTQ
tonight.
equality and multiculturalism are going to destroy their way of life. They've been told that their governments are too big. They've been told that the president of the United
Dude,
States
this is a big
is
thing now
secretly
with
a
liberals.
foreigner.
Now everyone's sheep. I keep hearing this on the left now. These sheep. That's one of the signs of tyranny that's going to come, is that the people are going to be drones.
Cis white men.
And it's like, I don't really see a lot of people droning. I see a lot of people rejecting the mainstream narrative now more than ever.
You've allowed yourself to be fucking convinced that you have to say cis white male when you introduce yourself, but you're calling other people sheep. You dumb fuck.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're literally going to, in everyday speech, give a huge amount of deference to people who make up, like, 0.3% of the population. Trans people. Like, I understand if you're around a bunch of trans people and they're like, this is my cis friend Steve Shives, like, it makes sense to say, like, this is Steve Shives, because they might think that you're, you know, that you're a trans girl or something, trans man, you know, you're born with a vagina. Maybe that is the I don't know, maybe whatever, we'll see. But yeah, I mean, like, but in just everyday conversation, you really just feel like the need to be like, hi, I'm a cis white male, what's up?
Hi, I'm Steve Shives, cis white male, nice to meet you. Really?
Who collaborates with terrorists. They've been asked rhetorical questions like, why is there no White History Month? Or why is it that the only group of people not allowed to be proud of who they are white people? Or
what is your answer
why
to
is
that,
it
by
that
the
no
way?
one cares?
Hold on. White people are allowed to be proud of who they are. I mean, I've seen German American, German American festivals, Polish American festivals. I mean, like they're white, they're allowed to be proud of it.
To me, being proud of your race or ethnicity,
that's less of
It's usually more about it's usually more cultural pride than
that's not
racial pride.
Yeah, people aren't getting together for Oktoberfest because it's a white people thing.
Right, they just happen to be white.
It's a beer thing. It's a cultural thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
he's a moron. What do you expect?
Men are abused. Or why don't they appreciate all that we've done for them? Despite belonging to perhaps the most privileged class of people that has ever lived, white men have been convinced that they are about to lose everything.
Steve, how can you make these fucking broad generalizations based upon what? You've not provided anything. All you've done is put out, this is my theory on reality.
White people are poor too, Steve.
No, they're not, Paul.
I come from a place where there's crushing fucking
You
poverty.
are the most privileged person, Paul. You are the most privileged person in this room right now.
You're just so stupid.
Because you're a white male.
Just because they're white, yeah. There are white people in this country that live way worse than your average black person lives.
West Virginia.
Go to the Ozarks,
It doesn't.
Steve.
It doesn't fit the Steve narrative.
Go to Appalachia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go anywhere. Go
Number
to
4.
Go to any fucking trailer park in America.
No.
Tell me how they're living,
No.
Steve.
That's
Tell
an
me how
out-
privileged they are.
That's an outlier, or doesn't exist.
They're afraid. Convinced that they are threatened from all sides by assorted political and social forces.
No, pause this.
This
They're
is him.
afraid?
This is him.
You what? No, Steve. Okay, I've been to the Huffington Post. I've been to all the liberal news outlets. When Trump won, it was nightmare has begun. We are afraid. So many people in this country are afraid right now. Do you understand how people of color and minorities and LGBT community, we're all afraid. We're afraid. We're afraid. We're so afraid. We're afraid.
Yeah,
we're afraid.
It
we're
was
afraid.
literally like the liberal media literally made it a news story that people are scared because Trump.
We heard it tonight with that woman that was trying to say that little kids come up to me and they say I'm scared to go to school. But we're well, I didn't even vote for fucking Trump. So this is the problem with grouping all white men into the big they, Steve.
You don't give a shit.
Forces that are attacking their values, their masculinity, their place in history. Many of my fellow cis hetero white men aren't merely scared, they're terrified. They fear the progress made toward equality every day by black Americans, Latinx Americans, LGBTQ Americans.
What is
Latinx.
Latinx. I thought you said Latinx.
No,
Kleenex?
Latinx.
What is that?
It sounds like a prescription medication. Ask your doctor about Latinx.
It sounds like something to catch a sneeze for Mexican people. Latina. Oh fuck! Hand me some Latinx. I'm about to fucking sneeze.
I love it.
Americans who
I got major fucking mocos up here, man. I need a Latinx. Pass me a fucking Latinx, essay.
Religions other than Christianity, women, and pretty much any other group with which they can't personally identify. They fear the cultural changes that they perceive as they see the increasing popularity of films, TV shows, books, and music targeted at audiences
Steve,
other
where's your
than
evidence?
them.
Shut up.
Shut your fucking face, you
Steve,
piece
some
of
whiners on the internet.
garbage.
And dude, Steve, like most SJWs, just comes to the plate with nothing. He makes a bunch of statements, and it's like, okay, here's my statements. This sums up this entire group of people.
People are terrified of just stories appealing to like, remember the new Star Wars movie? They put a girl in it, and it was a flop because everyone hated it because it was a girl. Oh wait, no, it's actually the highest grossing movie of all time now. Never mind. Whoops.
What is
I'm a
that-
retard.
What is that fucking hat that he wears every time? Like, what is that on it? Like, what
It's
is
like the baseball team.
Isn't that like the Metros or something? Isn't that like an old Mets logo?
Maybe.
I thought this was a comic character from like some old woman.
I think it's
No,
a
that's a
baseball
baseball
team.
cap.
Is it?
Yeah, it does look like a baseball.
It's a baseball on it, dude.
It's definitely a big.
Is it
you
like
can
a
see the
minor league
stitching.
baseball team?
Maybe it is a minor league team from
Oh, it
somewhere
must be.
around where he is. Maybe.
It's interesting.
I can't really tell because it's kind of far away.
When I watch Steve's old videos, he doesn't even seem like the same person.
He's not.
He's got like probably about 10 to 20 more pounds on him, but he looks better. He looks better there than he does now, and he had more vibrance. He seemed happier and like more chill.
Yeah, we all know what happened to that.
It's like
everything that he says in his little pie chart of failure that he uses in this video. That white
It's all
men,
him. So
it's
far.
all him.
I
so
bet you
far.
number 5 is going to be him too.
Yep. Let's
They
see.
see all of these things
Does
and
anyone
they
wanna
fear
guess
them,
what
and
number 5 is
perhaps
gonna be?
most of all,
they're racist.
they fear number 5. They're being left behind.
Well, that's
And
definitely
that
true in
is
your
sad.
subscriber count.
Yep.
It's not sad that their racism is being left behind, or their xenophobia, their religious intolerance, their homophobia, their transphobia, their misogyny.
Shut up.
Their petulant,
That's a dig at you,
self-centered.
by the way, because didn't you call the black community a black culture a victim cult at some point? So that's he's talking to you.
Oh no, I
TJ.
mean he's always talking to me.
But you know what the funny thing is, that top one in the top bubble, he should be asking that. You shouldn't be asking that. You know where everybody's at. They're still watching you.
Steve, every time.
Where'd everybody go, Steve?
Steve, the funny thing is every time your ilk, the SJWs, take over something like events or what anything like websites, like Twitter.
Remember,
they always seem to go down the tubes.
Hey,
buddy.
remember when people used to show up to Reason Rally and then you guys took over and now no one goes? Remember when Skepticon was popular and thriving and now no one goes because it's taken over by SJWs?
Now it's just you sitting hunched over in a lawn chair alone. You
Crying
sad
like
little
the
man.
piece
Where'd
of shit
everybody
you
go? Hey, Steve, where'd everybody go?
Yeah, whatever. Go on your YouTube channel, buddy.
Nice picture choice. Where'd everybody go, Steve? Why don't people go to fucking Reason Rally anymore, Steve? It's because people like you are there.
Yeah, why did a bunch of people show up to vote for Trump?
Because of people like you.
Yeah, because of fucking assholes like you. Everyone's sick of your bullshit, and people figure you need a fucking Trump to keep you in place. If you just fucking shut your fucking mouth and let society progress, it'd probably be going in a more liberal direction. But instead, you had to make liberals look like a bunch of fucking butthurt faggots who cry about everything. Thanks.
Peace, Steve.
All right. Before we move on to our final segment here, a few announcements. One, there will not be a show on Friday.
Yep.
We want to let you guys know.
Correct. No show on Friday.
We're taking Friday off to get a handle on some things, put out some content. Also, get everything ready for the Patreon show. Patrons, we will be reaching out to you soon to let you know about when the private show and when the hangout and all that stuff is. I'll send everyone a mass message.
Yeah, so be on the lookout for that.
Yep. What else? Do you want to do the Friday ball washing now? Or do you want to just do that on Monday?
We can do it now, I guess.
I can help with it, too. I can take a part of the list if you want.
Right.
Yeah, that might be a little more difficult.
I mean, you did it last time. I think it's my turn.
Oh, yeah. All right. Go for it.
Just let me know where I need to stop. So this is the Friday ball washing. This is a thank you to our highest level fucking patrons, or our patrons from a certain
$25
level up.
plus.
$25 up patrons. Thank you guys. Thank you to Orion. Thank you to Chris Pineda, Logan Eugenie Clark, I think.
Yeah, that's our friend that lives in Europe, but he's American. And he has that big YouTube channel.
Cool. Stephen Porter, Nicholas Manzarez, Jay Dark, Shirt Guy, Jacob Santos, Sam Grazer, Bazad Bloodaxe, Bunyip, Wes Lindstrom, Mortified Penguin, Stephen Finn, Angelo, Mr. Vatnadal, Lane Foxworth, Drake Weinberg maybe, Vandala 1998, Angelo Periscelli, Metal King 24, John Pritchett, Duke Snuggles, Minx, Stuart Robertson, Dinello Suarez, Morgan, Abject Modernity, Joshua Qua, Nathaniel Morrow, Comrade Kenny, Mojo Murphy. I like how Comrade Kenny and Mojo Murphy are right next to each other. That is nice. Berlin Lee, Jordan Bird, Der Haas Pamphletist, Robert, Travis Allen Beard, Eric Barker, Michael Nowak, Christy, Zachary Rogers, Diaz Forlis Dexia, Jeremy Moen, Skeptical Jesus, Michael Logan, Kelly Nelson, Vladimir the Inhaler, John, Hazam Kwazakwi, Omar Asali, Lawson's Creek, Jason Cahill, Spencer, Noah Call, Kyle Kapler, Miller, Zila67, Brenton Myron, thank you so much for your patronage. It's people like you who make this show possible.
Thank you very much, guys.
And we appreciate that deeply. And now we're going to move on
Final
to our
segment.
final segment.
Final segment. Fake Sagan leaving YouTube.
Oh no!
This is his
God.
final
No!
video.
Qualia.
Please bring it back.
Qualia.
This is his message to the people of YouTube before he leaves forever.
Greetings, citizens of the motherfucking YouTube.
So he doesn't talk that way anymore because he's a Christian.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
All right, here it is.
Okay, final video. This is it. This is it because it has to be.
No one cares.
I'm leaving for work at 4:30. I'm not going to be out until midnight, and that's when it's time to
I guess that Uncle Sucker shit went away.
shut
in
it
that
down.
case.
Shut down
You
the
pause it for a
containment grid. So this is the last one. I don't have time for any more. You know what keeps going through my head? That final scene from End of Evangelion where the 7 angels pierce themselves through the heart with the spears, and
it's really
you see
not
time
that
going
What?
reverse.
It's not
and
that epic. Case.
Everything comes full circle. Everything.
Wow, it's nothing like that.
This extraordinary event that would change the course of human history is comparable to you leaving a social media site that no one cares if you're on at this point or not.
My leaving YouTube reminds me of those 300 Spartans who faced down the Persian army. 300 men standing against the tide. That's me.
No.
No. When we knew Case, oh man, he was like on all kinds of welfare. She's like going to food banks and like, oh man, all these suckers, man. I just told him I'm on hard times. He used to call the government Uncle Sucker. And he knows he said all this shit to me, so it's like, yeah, you have a job now, Case, but for a while there, you didn't really seem that interested in that.
Who knows if he really does, though?
Unravels
He
and
claims.
reverts back to its primordial condition, and it all returns to nothing. And you guys know what I'm talking about? If you don't know what I'm talking about, what the hell are you doing on the internet? I mean, really.
I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, this is the
sure.
one. And let me talk a little bit about what I plan to do versus what I'm going to do. Last night, I was planning on making a brutal ponage. Who is the victim going to be? None other than our old pal Christopher 7. You know,
Who we also haven't heard from
this guy,
in 17 fucking years. He was a cool cat back in the day.
Yeah, I liked his videos,
but he hasn't made one in
I ain't
fucking
seen
forever.
Him in forever. I don't even know he was still around.
So are you going back and you're poning people who used to do YouTube?
You know what? He made a video before this one that was supposed to be his last one.
Oh.
And he said he spent all night talking on the phone to Brett Keane. And Brett Keane, he apologized to Brett for all the horrible things he had said about him in the
what a
past.
sucker.
Yeah, how pathetic, dude.
It came out of
You're a sucker, bro.
retirement when he heard that I was going into retirement. And he made this pretty patronizing video about me. And I really think the only reason that he did it is because he thought, oh, well, this guy isn't going to have a chance to respond. He made the same error in judgment that everybody else kind of did, that my retirement announcement meant that I was going to put a gag order on myself and not make any more videos.
Everyone's the mistake to think that when I said I wasn't making any more videos, I was keeping my word.
Yeah,
Dude, he's so bullshit.
But
He's not
they're
gonna keep his
idiots.
word. He's never going to do that. Why would he?
Like, think about it. Like a sheriff, a sheriff retires, and then he shows up and busts up a fucking, shoots a bunch of people.
Case, let me just tell you something.
What is retirement?
Case, anyone who matters on YouTube. To anyone who matters on YouTube, to anyone who's actually active in any sort of YouTube community that might exist, or any sort of block of YouTube people, like as far as like the entirety of YouTube is concerned, you disappeared a long time ago and never came back.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like. This video is sort of like, oh, I'm leaving officially. It's like, as far as anyone was concerned, like, I remember when you came back, they're like, oh, Case is back. I'm like, oh, really? And we try to watch one of your videos, and it's like, wow, Case is just fucking boring now. It's sad. Anyway.
Where's your crown, king?
Videos, and I was just rubbing my hands like a merchant last night, like, oh, really? Really? See.
All right, so I'm going to skip to the part where he starts, like, telling people they should believe in Jesus and stuff.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? That's part of this, too?
Yeah.
How far the mighty have fallen.
Oh, and by the way, I guess we promised story time with Paul, so we might have to do that.
That is true.
Oh.
We're not doing that. I can't just willfully throw God out the window like that and
Case
just
is part of the conversation.
be an asshole. You know,
We're
you
not
can't
doing
close
that.
your eyes against God's light and just decide to be willful that way. It's not going to happen.
All right, this sucks. Story time with Paul.
Case.
No one gives a
You're
shit.
lame. Goodbye, Case. Bye-bye, Case. You suck.
Yeah, good riddance.
Story time with Paul.
It's kind of a shorter story, but a little bit of 2 behind-the-scenes stories from the show last night that I thought were fucking hilarious. Okay, so the first one happened during the pepper snorting challenge. You remember that one, TJ? You gave Daniel...
I do.
You gave Daniel the option to snort some pepper, and he declined and lost half his points.
Oh, I know the story.
Right. So Daniel comes and sits down next to me, and Pimp Monk goes, I'll fucking do it. So he gets up, and Daniel sits down next to me. He's looking at me, shaking his head, and I'm looking at him, too, because I wouldn't have done it either. I mean, if I had been up there losing half of what I had, I would have snorted that fucking pepper. But I was like, dude, that sucks, man. I don't want to do that. And he was like, I don't think I could do that. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty rough. And then he goes, like those whole fucking peppercorns up your nose? And I was stunned. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, dude, did you see the size of them? They're like BBs. I couldn't put that up my nose. And I was like, it's a grinder, Rep. He's grinding the pepper. You hear him right now? And Repsian looked over at Pimp Monk and TJ was grinding up the pepper, and he was like, oh, fuck. Huh? I would have done that for $100. And I was like, well, you fucked up now. So that's the level of, I kind of had Repsian figured out at that point in the night. I was like, well, he's not going to be a factor. So let's focus on the Pimp Monk.
That's great, dude.
The second one happened when Gimp Monk was born. Pimp Monk, of course, stood up for a torture and rolled Gimp. And I had to give up my mask, or one of us did. I can't remember if it was me or Rep, but one of us had to give up our mask to Pimp Monk. And he put it on his fucking head. And aside from the story, Gimp Monk is probably the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Seeing him sitting there in a Gimp mask with that little taxi driver, that little cabbie hat that he's wearing, I almost died on the couch. But anyway, he comes and sits down, and I'm kind of looking over at him every once in a while. He looks visibly uncomfortable. He's like trying to move the mouth. And then at some point, Repsian got up to get punished, and he leans over to me, and he's like, Paulzigo, I can't breathe in this, man. How do you breathe? And I leaned over to him and I said, oh, you can't breathe, Pimp Monk? He's like, yeah, man, I can't. How did you get up? I can't breathe, man. And I was like, well, if you can't breathe, Pimp Monk, say red, bitch. So anyway, that was a little behind the scenes from 300. It's not a super long story time with Paul. But yeah, fun show.
That wasn't much of a story at all, Paul.
Yeah, back to the drawing board, Paul.
What I told you guys, it was 2 short stories.
That
dude.
wasn't even those weren't just were snippets of a story.
I'm gonna walk into your fucking library. I'm gonna take your can of Cheese Whiz because you don't even deserve
I
it
think
anymore.
a 5 out of 10 on these stories, Paul.
Whatever, man.
Better show us some
Everybody's
stories.
always clamoring for story time.
Them stories was garbage.
They were funny as fuck.
Wasn't nobody clamoring for that horse
Vampires
shit.
the Masquerade.
Everybody on the couch over there was laughing.
Yeah,
Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
These people are not impressed.
I got
okay.
I got a
It's okay.
equally amusing
They're laughing
anecdote.
at
All
you,
right,
Paul. Not laughing
yeah,
at
man.
you.
Listen. I got a story for you, Scotty.
Okay, great.
One time I was sitting on the couch and I farted and the dog ran away.
That's not
what
what
a
I did.
fucking story, eh?
Good job.
What a fucking story.
That's a Paul tale,
You know what,
man.
guys? It's pretty clear that Periscope is getting all the good stories. these days.
Paul's just wasting
Using
the
them
fucking
all
good
on
stories
Periscope.
on Periscope.
Shut up.
Huh?
I tell stories I've told already
There
on the
might
show
have to be
on
a Drunken
Periscope.
Peasants Periscope band, but only for one member.
All the fucking time, dude.
I don't know, Paul.
Stupid ass
Fucking
Daniel.
Periscope
I
bullshit.
can't snort a peppercorn.
Dude, I can't believe Daniel missed the Bible shit, man. As someone claims
you know
he was
what?
raised a
It's
fundamentalist
fucking,
Christian.
It's funny because, like, when we're like, man, Daniel, I thought you know more of that pop culture shit. He's like, well, I was raised in a Christian household, so they didn't tell me any of that. It's like, yeah, okay, well, then why didn't you get any of the Bible questions right? It's like,
Yeah, I think I took more out of the Bible than he did.
You did.
no, he didn't take any out of the Bible.
He didn't?
No, he got
No, wait,
the
yeah,
fig,
he did one.
The fig.
One.
The
The
fig.
fig tree. That's right, the fig tree. That was one of the 2 questions he answered
Which he
right
just-
the entire fucking night.
Which honestly, he outbuzzed me on because I tried to buzz in right at the same time and I knew. So.
Sickeningly dumb. All right, so that's the show, everybody. We will see you guys on Sunday for the private show if you're patrons. Otherwise, you won't
Monday.
see us until Monday.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Oh, yeah, and have a nice Thanksgiving tomorrow, everybody. Eat some fucking turkey or whatever. And if you're not an American, fuck you.
You don't matter.
Peace. Give it a thumbs up. 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 Give it a thumbs up.